Are you live?
Yes, we are.
Welcome. Hi, everyone. Nobody's there yet. Okay.
So give them a minute or two to log on. I see one person just joined. Sophia Christ, you're first.
Hi, Sophia. London to Jamaica. Hi. I'm out of frame, I do believe. Okay.
Hi, Joanne. Hi, Kadeem. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Debbie. Debbie's on. Debbie Ann. Hi, Debbie. Sophia Christ. Yeah, I'm first.
Yes, you are.
First. Remember, this is at the front of the class now, you know. You know, some people reach class early, you know.
I sit
at the back. Oh, boy. We have Safi. Safi is on. Hi, good evening, Safi. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Chevelle. Chevelle. That's Sheldon, right?
Shelves.
Chevelle.
Mm-hmm. Blessings. Yeah, man. Front seat position.
Good to see you, Hope.
All right. Lena asking a question already. Okay. So, hi, everyone. I'm Claudia.
And I'm Tony. She's asking, can I rent my NHT house?
Technically, you shouldn't. Saying that tongue in cheek. Depends on your did you read the fine print when you signed the contract? That would be in your fine print. Now, as to what is in the fine print or the contract and what happens in real life, two different things. Huh? So basically, what I should say is what happens in fine print and what happens in practice. So the law may have one thing, but is it really that in practice, right? So you have a gray area there, but sometimes in life, Tony and I are using two different screens. That's why you see me looking off. Sometimes in life, you act first and ask permission afterwards.
Or you don't have to do anything if you don't get caught.
You don't have to ask permission if you don't get caught. Yeah, so you act first and then you seek permission. There's another way to say it. We're the bright people on this. There's another way to say it. Somebody had a quote on it. That's how I am, but that's how I remember it.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Right. That's it. To ask for forgiveness and ask permission. Tony, your team finally doing good. Which team that?
Football
team. Which one that?
I haven't even watched. I don't even know. I'm so behind on football right now.
Who is your team?
It should be Arsenal.
Arsenal. This is not country football. This is international teams themselves. Mm-hmm. The only team I watch in football is Germany.
World Cups should be coming around soon.
Germany ever play that I love, man. Germany just have this play that I really love where they go in, the forwards are going with the ball and they're going towards the goal. All of a sudden, you see one of the forward just hit the ball behind him. And then you see a forward just go and shoot it. I just love that play. It just takes everybody off guard. Germany is my team. When they
did terrible at the last World Cup.
They did? Maybe because I wasn't watching. That's it. All right. So we are at Kadeem is a man, laugh out loud.
No, Kadeem is a girl. With her. Is a girl?
Kadeem.
I think it's a unisex name.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Faye. How are you doing today? And we're debating if Kadim is a girl or a boy. All right. So today is actually a beautiful day in Jamaica. It's November. No, those of you had some goals in January. I sincerely hope we're at November. I really hope that part of that goal has been realized.
I know, right?
Or you are at least saying, okay, I'm 90% there. And I'm just,
Can you recall the video we made in, was it January?
Mm-hmm.
Of our goals?
Mm-hmm.
I think I had health goals on my target this year, and I think so far I've met most of them.
And health goals too. I met partially because I'm supposed to be at 150.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I'm going to get there by December 150, but I'm at 180 now, down from 212. So I partially met that goal. My other goal was the eating.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I had lots of financial goals. Well, I nailed all the financial goals.
I know, right? Like, what I realized is that when you have goals in different categories, there's usually one goal that you do really well on, and then the others just kind of taper down.
Yeah, or the others get so left behind. Yeah. So like for goals, and I don't remember who I learned this from, but your goals should be in different categories, right? So you have financial, you have education, you have your physical, your spiritual. There's 7 of them over there. Business.
Mm-hmm.
So your business goal different from your financial goal, So your financial goal may be to save 50,000 every month.
Mm-hmm.
That may be a financial goal. Oh yeah, the other one's professional goal. But on a business goal, so like my business goal was 100 keys, 100 families.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Tony kicked that one out of the park. Right?
I think that's the one goal we like.
Yeah, that's one goal we just love. We just run with it.
And it's crazy, but I think COVID helped.
COVID helped us, really. Yeah. So 100 goals, 100 families. And we set the goal even before we knew about COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So we had that goal last year. We had it this year again. On a professional level, though, I personally wanted to learn interior design. And I actually went and bought a course.
Not only did you buy a course, you bought a what do you call it? That graphic thing that you're learning.
That I learned the software quicker than how I actually learned
the concepts of
design and why you need to make sure this happens, because man, I slept through.
I think the one thing that really stuck with you was the 60 30 10 or something like that.
Yeah, where 60% is one color, 30% is one color, and 10% is another color. So now when I'm watching HGTV, I'm looking out for the 10%. I'm like, yeah, the yellow is a 10%. Yeah, so that stuck with me. But professional, so here are the headings, guys. So you have your financial goal.
Mm-hmm.
You have your business goal. You have your fitness goal.
Mm-hmm.
You have health goal. You have your spiritual goal. Your professional goal. All of those.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I have personal goal.
I find that I make too many goals though, and then I get overwhelmed by the goals.
I get overwhelmed. As long as it involves money, boom, I'm there.
Yeah, but that's the only goals you're meeting. The
money
ones. We'll have the other 6 that you're supposed to have.
Well, next year. And my spiritual goal this year was to read a chapter from the Bible at least once a week,
How did that go?
Never.
Did you open the Bible?
I did. I only got to Genesis 1. The earth is something another. I think that's what it says. Who know Genesis chapter 1, verse 1? What does it say? The earth is something another. Somebody put it up.
But if you had come on YouTube Live every Sunday and read one verse, you'd have gotten through most of it.
Come to think of it.
Yeah, just the verse.
If I just only. All right. So if I know if Jane Bank is 100% financing mortgages, yes, I do. If you're a Jamaican, living in Jamaica.
Phase, and no wonder you're so hard to reach.
Yeah, 100. Yeah.
We talked to a lot of people.
We talked to a lot of persons in the days because I had that goal 100 keys, 100 families. It meant we literally had to take all our calls. We had to try and answer all our WhatsApp because all of that is in getting this. We really had to be talking to a lot of persons. You find that it gets hard to talk to a lot of persons. So I have to have
Another way it's hard.
employ other people.
You
now
want
get
to
stuff.
talk to one person more than the time you have in a day to talk to them.
Yes, and some persons I do talk to long.
I
for
know,
a
like
long
4 hours
Yeah, I
of a
do
conversation.
And this is a lot of counseling and a lot of getting them to a different way of thinking,
A mindset
a
shift.
mindset change, a paradigm shift. Because what I've realized is what's holding back a lot of persons. Thank you, Violet. Congratulating me on the weight loss. Thank you so much.
I felt like you lost the weight and I gained all the weight you lost.
Yes, pass it on. That's
Oh
what
my
it's called. Transference of the wealth. Pass it on.
I don't know about that.
So I find that with persons, all it takes is a paradigm shift in how you think. It's not that you're not earning the money. It's not that you don't have the support around you for you to do well or for you to succeed in this real estate thing. But you need a different perspective on things you can do. What can you do? There's a different perspective. How can I own 2 homes? How can I own 3? There are some persons who never in their wildest dream would they think that they could own 2 homes.
I know, they think they use their NHT benefit and that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah,
it's until them jump onto my book club and we talk and we start to read the books. I was, hey, I could actually do this. Yeah. So that's what it is, guys. I think we missed some questions in the top. Hold on. We missed a question. Miss D, trying to finals.
Staffy says, Miss D, trying to finalize this mortgage is mentally and physically draining. I am on the brink of giving up. Even with approvals, it has conditions. Why so hard? I really hope it's worth it.
Of course, it's worth it, Safi. It is worth it, Safi. Trust me when I tell you that. And the only time you should be stressed is when them tell you them not giving you the mortgage. Yeah. Don't be stressed before that. So them keep asking for things, give it to them. Anything them asking for, my wrong, I'll give it to them.
But they're probably running her through a stress test, so which is why she's probably feeling the stress.
Well, yeah. But the thing is that you are, and them call it a stress test. I don't even know why. Please, you couldn't use a worse word. But seriously though, the only time that you should really maybe feel a little down or feel challenged is when they tell you no. My first property I was buying, I had no everywhere. Victoria Mutual told me no. This was 1989. The little house of Fairview Park, Spanish Town I was buying. Victoria Mutual tell me no. Jamaica National tell me no. NHT told me no.
Jamaica National existed in 1989?
Oh, you mean 19? Oh, well, it's Jamaica National is.
They feel like they're such a young company, or maybe their outlook is so young and refreshing.
Somebody research Jamaica National and see how old they are for me. Put it in the chat. Jamaica National, old place. Old place.
They're just younger than everybody else.
Probably. Victoria Mutual is what, 18 something? Somebody put it in the chat. Victoria Mutual started when? NHC started when? And Jamaica National started when? Yeah, they seem like a young company though. Jamaica National, because it's a forward thinking, everything just different with them, really. Not the old school type stuff. Yeah. And in 1989, everybody turned me down. And I
cried.
I was literally depressed. I tell you, my mother had gotten a stroke. I was trying to find insurance for her. Everybody was turning me down too because by this time she was 60, I got the stroke. Nobody would give me an insurance.
You probably should have had insurance prior
to. So I had that. Plus I'd already paid down my 15% deposit. And me, the idiot, never knows I need mortgage.
It's funny how little you knew then compared to what you know now.
It is so funny, Tony, when I look back and I say, Claudia, you're such a fool. But let me tell you something, people. You see, ambition, even if you're fool, ambition will carry you to the top.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That one word is ambition. So you could have born the idiotist person where your mother look for you and say, oh, Penny, nah, no sense. I have some parents say that, you know that Penny, nah, no sense. So if them think that way about you, once you have ambition, you reach it, because guess what? People around you have sense.
Yeah.
The people around other people, you might have bothered it.
And not only that, so people are drawn to people with ambition.
They are.
Because you feel like if you help this person reach here, you're on that gravy train with them.
Yeah, you are. They are. And I tell you that I was turned down And I stepped into First Life, looking insurance on my mother.
First Life
That was the name of the insurance company, First Life, at the
doesn't
time.
exist again.
No exist again. And a gentleman talked to me about the insurance, and some part. And me talked to him about about this mortgage and me I go through and the stress. And him said, meet me at Victoria Mutual. Same Victoria Mutual will turn me down.
Mm-hmm.
And the gentleman co-signed my loan.
That was
Some
nice
man
of
I've
him.
never met, never had any intimate relationships with. Just
Saw the ambition.
somebody. And I keep telling people, I said, listen, when you put your foot forward, that's all the universe wants, Just put your foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
Open up and say, listen, I'm starting this journey.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start the journey, the universe opens up and helps you. That's just how it is. So, Safi, you put your foot forward, you try to get a mortgage, mentally and physically draining, but me tell you something. Anything them say them want, you move towards it. If them, I've gotten loans of persons at Jamaica National who other banks turned down. I'm trying to remember names. I can't remember, but I remember this gentleman wrote to me and said, "Live it, NCB." And I was gonna look for the letter and read it to him.
Mm-hmm.
NCB turned him down. I'm gonna call up the rep Jane. I'm gonna send an email. I'm gonna say, see if you can help this young man. Let him get the loan.
Mm-hmm.
You have to work with companies that will help you find a way, not those who just.
Oh, that's a little fun.
Yeah.
Help you find a way.
Help you find a way. That's a Jamaica national motto. But guys, and I tell you, my first loan was with Victoria Mutual. Building Society, 18.75%. I got a 15-year loan, and I never know about loan amortization, nor length of time for loan, or nothing. But me tell you, as I go along, I learn, right? That's how it is. As you go along, you learn.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go along, you'll meet other persons. One of the things, one of my mottos also is, the more you help people get what they want,
Mm-hmm.
the more you will get what you want. So the more of you I help to put in a house, the more house I will get. That's not just life. If one day I get broke up and I know if I leave, one on who put me up.
I know.
Yeah, one on who some D cups your bedroom here.
And I think
because you help me get a house,
with
right?
our line of work, we create a really good network.
Yeah,
of people.
we know a lot of people. We do know a lot of persons. Mm-hmm. Just because we're selling real estate. And a lot of persons know us. I remember persons would come and look at the property. They don't necessarily buy from us,
mm-hmm.
but they've come across us and they know us, right? So Safi, I want you to mentally and physically draining. You're not go through nothing yet. If you now walk barefoot through 10 miles of bad land.
He's probably giving them some paper.
Yeah, all you have to give them some paper. Think about it. And they haven't said no yet, have they?
Also, that you're giving them paper and they're giving you a house. It's worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah, come to think of it, Tony, when you say that. And that brings me to what is our motto this week? Where is it? Bring it up on the board. It's worth it.
You're in a classroom.
Yeah, bring it up on the board. So, Margaret Mitchell in, was it Gone with the Wind? This is it. The quote of the week is, land is the only thing in the world that amounts to anything. For 'tis the only thing in this world that lasts. Operative word is last. It's the only thing worth working for, worth fighting for, worth dying for. There are still some places in the world where they're still fighting for land. Mm-hmm. And they're still dying for land, right? At least in Jamaica, we're not dying for land like that. But land is the only thing in the world that amounts to anything. For it's the only thing in this world that lasts. It's the only thing worth working for, worth fighting for, worth dying for. Put in the comments, tell me if you agree or disagree with me. Now, this came from the movie. You're going to bring up the narrative of the movie. And how did this came about? It came from the movie Gone with the Wind, 1939. No, we never born yet. Gee.
No.
I don't think my granny did even born. So it says, I would. What difference does it make who you marry? So long as he's a southerner and thinks like you, and when I'm gone, I leave Tara to you.
I don't want Tara. Plantations doesn't mean anything when
Do you mean to tell me that land doesn't mean anything to you? Why? Land is the only thing in the world worth working for, worth fighting for, worth dying for, because it's the only thing that lasts.
Oh, Pa, you talk like an Irishman.
Huh? It's proud. I am that I'm Irish. And don't you be forgetting, Missy, that you're half Irish too. And to anyone with a drop of Irish blood in them, why the land they live on is like their mother. Oh, but there now, you're just a child. It will come to you, this love of the land. So in Gone with the Wind, and you should go and watch the movie, right, guys? Download the movie and watch it. So back in the days, so Tara was his estate, and he was gonna leave it to his. He said he's gonna leave it to his daughter. She was fussing about what difference. What difference does it make who you marry, as long as he's a southerner and thinks like you? Exactly. So you're married to somebody, make sure them think like you. Them going in the same direction. And if he says, when I'm gone, I'm gonna leave Tara to you. She says she don't want it. Plantations don't mean anything to her. He's saying, are you crazy? Land is the only thing worth working for, worth fighting for, worth dying for. Because it's the only thing that's going to last. And I keep saying it to you, everybody. Land is the only thing that is going to outlive you. That's how I put it. It's the only thing that is going to outlive you. Right? He said, oh, Pa, you're talking like an Irishman. He says, I'm proud that I'm Irish. Don't you forget that you're half Irish too. So I'm proud that I'm Jamaican. And Tony, don't you forget that you're half Jamaican too. And to anyone that drop off Jamaican blood in them, the land they live on is like their mother. You know, your mother feed you, take care of you, everything. That's the land where you live on. It's going to feed you. It's going to take care of you years to come, right? But he says, oh, alas, Tony, you're just a child. It will come to you, this love of the land. So I don't know if Tony has gotten to the point yet where she understands the love of the land. Have you, Tony?
Yeah, I think I know that for a while now.
Oh, you have? Because being around me, I guess she probably knows that. I don't know if my daughter Rachel it has sunk yet.
And I think because I deal with the real estate aspect of our family a lot, I tend to be more involved with it. So I get a greater appreciation for how rare it is and the fact that some people don't achieve it.
Right. You should thank your mother for that.
Thanks, Mom.
Because my mother and father don't leave anything with me.
I know. I was thinking about that the other day, and you are the first true landholder in our family.
Yeah. So, guys, you can do it, right? Also, owning the land. Now, a lot of you leave the land. I know. You never get it. You never understand. The wealth is in the land. You leave it to go work for money instead of allowing this land to help you to achieve, right? So you have actually left plantations of land. When some people come, when there's some serious land them have,
they're like 50 acres.
I mean,
they know what 50 acres is.
I said to myself, what a little bit. Why somebody couldn't left 50 acres?
Not only that, too, when we look it up on the system, when we look how much for 50 acres, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. I'm thinking, what? Are you gone? Some people come at town, left it. Some people go a foreign, leave it. And of course, some of you deal with squatters and all kind of things now, right?
Yeah, but I think like when your family leaves you 50 acres of land, they should have left a plan, because some of us don't have any plan or any vision.
Yeah, they should have. They should have left some kind of a blueprint or a plan to say, hey, Tony Ann, this is 50 acres of land. Here are some of the things you can do to help to keep it in your generation, for one, and to also make it allow it to sustain you and the generations down the road to come, right? Because let's face it, a lot of you are left with raw land. Not even a piece of cane I grow up on the land. Nothing. So you don't know what to do with it.
And you're not like a planter.
Yeah.
You're not a farmer.
You're not a farmer, you're not a visionary, you're not a dreamer like me. So you have no clue what to do with it. So yes, I do believe that, as Tony says, you need some kind of a blueprint. But my only blueprint is to my children is do not sell. I'm not leaving anything for you to sell. Do not sell. That's it.
That's all that you can't come buy back. So
yeah, I said do not sell, because you have to go work like a dog to go buy it back. You know, how, in which lifetime are you going to be able to do this? So if your parents have already left
Not only that, too.
a legacy or whatever new term you want to call it, an inheritance for you, you're going to examine it, and if it is really good, then you keep. I was saying to another client the other day, you know, just talking about her and what properties her mom bought back in the day. I said, no, I said, you need to realize there are some properties that your parents would have bought back in the day that you may want to sell now and realign into another property, but simply because the generation behind you, your children, your nieces and nephews, if you pass and you leave that for them, what am I going to do with it?
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? So you must examine the property and the real estate that is there and say, okay, guys, you know, this one we may want to give up now because the area has changed. It's only renters. The place is now a ghetto. Place of a big swamp run through it now, or whatever it is. And you pull and you put your effort and energy and finances into another property. Put that with it. Get your family into a better position. Always keep moving forward,
What I
right?
like to is that persons who are selling things that they've inherited, they really need to sell with a purpose, like you're suggesting,
Mhm.
because they need to be mindful of the fact that these are investments that your parents spent their entire life building, and you
Mhm.
can't just come today and just get rid of it.
Yeah, which is what I do.
Yeah,
Um,
especially when you get rid of it to pay a credit card debt. That's the worst.
I get rid of it for go pay a school fee. What about that one?
Well, school fee not so bad, but the credit card debt.
School fee is bad because the child is not paying back the loan. And the thing is, no matter which school you send them, I can tell you this. The most Ivy League school wherever in the world you can dream about, first of all, them have to go work a good 10, 20 years before them can even buy back that property.
Mhm.
Right? Probably better you make them take a student loan and pay little, as my mother would have said. Um,
Karim says, I read a lot of books and I just respect how you guys educating the people.
oh,
Thanks.
thank you, Colleen. Thank you. Um, we answer the question about 100% financing. Yes, if you're living in Jamaica, work in Jamaica, yes. Laugh out loud. She's so young. Saying, oh gosh, I'm not sure. They're having a conversation among themselves.
Mhm.
Here's a question. Chinese.
Chinese real estate companies are defaulting on payment. If China's economy go under, Jamaica and others who rely on them for materials will suffer. Even higher building costs, secure housing, no. That's so true.
That's so
We're
true.
already seeing the impact of that, though.
Yeah. But I think the Chinese will rebound. They always do.
They always have a plan C, too.
Yeah.
It won't be forever.
That won't be forever. Defaulted on payments. Plus, the Chinese are communist country, don't forget. So once them see something happening, now boom, them setting the rules. Um, Communist countries tend to own 90% of the real estate, really.
Mhm.
Yeah. So them defaulting shouldn't be such a big impact on China as a whole. This question was repeated, or I went backwards.
No, I think it was repeated. Okay, so Jamaica national is 147. Okay.
There you go. 147 years old, to them a stalwart.
Well, not compared to the others.
Them are not chicken. Them
They're
are
a
not
young
chicken.
company compared to the other companies.
Yeah. Ooh, compared to which other company?
I think like VM.
How old is VM? Somebody tell me. Yes, they give 100% financing. Divine favor from Jesus Christ. Yes. The universe will open up and help you. You just have to step out. Step
there?
out in faith.
Victoria Mutual is 1878.
I know all that make them be.
Bring up the calculator.
Nah.
Do the big maths.
Somebody do the big maths. 80. Okay, Jamaica National Group owned conglomerate for 146 years in Jamaica. Yes. And Victoria Mutual, 1878 to 2021 is how much, guys? Mortgage process in Jamaica is flawed. You shouldn't pay a deposit unless you have secured a mortgage. Someone I know spent 500,000 deposit just to be turned off for financing. That's not fair. That's true, Safi. It's not fair. But did the person try and get a pre-approval before going in, paying their deposit and all that? That's what happened to me. You know, I paid my deposit and I didn't know about the mortgage, but did they try to get a mortgage somewhere else? So one bank turned it down, don't mean all the banks will turn it down.
Yeah, because the criteria are similar but not same.
Not the same. And you should, that person could also explore getting somebody to co-sign the loan, like what happened to me. So it's not about, listen to me, when you buck your foot and you fall down, it's not how much time you buck your foot and fall down, it's how much time you get up. You have to get up. The extra time is a time, is an extra time that you get up that is going to make you succeed. If you stay down on the ground, nah, go happen.
And the time between falling and getting up is crucial.
It's critical. Yeah, so you have to get up same time. When you fall, you have to find the strength and the power, call upon the creator. Get up. You understand? And remember, there are people around you to help. So the person who paid on the 500,000 deposit to turn over the financing, you could have asked somebody to co-sign your loan, join the mortgage, ask somebody to come on, maybe a child, maybe a brother, a sister, to co-sign with you the loan. That way they're looking at two income instead of yours alone, right? Just let the person know that is your house. Victoria opens the doors 1878. Yeah, Jamaica National Group 146. Jamaica National they behave like a company so old though.
No, I feel like the way they behave, I would say just the last 50 years.
Yeah, they behave quite modern and what I'm looking for. Modern, innovative, creative.
I think maybe their management maybe.
Yeah, the management maybe young.
Yeah.
They may have a lot of women in there too. That make a difference.
I don't know. I think men can be quite innovative and creative.
I think so. Please. Yeah. Show me one company run by a man now that's innovative and creative in Jamaica.
I don't know many businesses that are owned by men.
All of them owned by men.
I'm talking like
the banks. One. Let me tell you which one comes to mind that's run by a woman. That is Island Grill. Very creative.
I love their menu.
Menus are changing for the better. So I can't think of that one. Island Grill.
Like I feel like KFC's menu has stayed the same, but
no,
the food has been better.
The food has been better. Yeah. KFC has added zing on, all kind of things to the menu.
Yeah, but look how long zing on the menu.
No man, them change up recently to again. I trying to remember. And their ads show the forward thinking and the
ads are better.
Show they're better. I think KFC is probably run by a woman. Somebody tell me if KFC run by a woman.
Or a man led by a woman.
And I know, I definitely know. I'm not so sure about company name. Juicy Beef. Juicy Beef, something wrong.
Juicy Beef feels like a man-owned company.
Yeah, so is Mothers. Feel like a man-owned company. You can kind of know the companies that are run by women. They're more sophisticated.
Yeah, I find like Island Grill's staff are just very pleasant.
Yeah.
Like they want to serve you extra stuff.
Yes, I find that with them.
You want to upgrade.
Yeah. I find that with them for true. You can't tell. All right, good evening, ladies. I am late. What's the topic for today? Watching you guys from New York.
Hi, Janet. Welcome.
Welcome. First of all, you missed the quote, which is about that you should die for land. You should die for land. You probably got it.
London says, can you tell me?
And that land is worth. See, here's the quote here in the middle right here. Why is land the only thing in the world worth working for, worth fighting for, worth dying for? Because it's the only thing that lasts, right? Later down in the program, we're going to be talking about some of the things I learned. So the book for the week, are we at the book now? Hold on, let me just take this other question. Can you tell us, read Claudia?
Can you tell me if you have any old homes or a piece or a small piece of land in Lucy?
Don't know.
Where's Lucy? Lucy
Hanover.
Oh. Claudia, patiently waiting to hear your thoughts on how to build the studio 15 by 12 for 500,000 Jamaica. Last thing you mentioned you would explain this week. Oh yes.
Completely forget.
But you weren't able to get the cost. You'd have to go back and get the cost.
No, I'm just gonna work over there. Oh shoot. I'm not gonna write this down now. What's the size? 15 by 20.
Now, wasn't it 12?
15 by 12. That's a single room.
Studio.
A studio. First, I have to draw it from a computer so I have the correct thing. One side is 15 and this side is 12. All right. Probably want a kitchenette and a bathroom in that. Gonna be tight. I should be able to can do it. All right. All right, I'll do it, Violet, next week. It shall be my topic next week. Is the cost you want?
Yeah, the costing. So you're gonna get the plumbing costs.
The cost 500,000 is my budget. I must bill at 500,000. What a tall order this. Might have a variance, though, Violet.
I know, because I'm wondering how you're gonna get the bathroom in under 100K.
Under 100K. You can buy a used toilet, man.
Where would you buy a used toilet?
Tools.
Used?
Not used. Shop worn.
Shop worn.
Yes.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Shop worn. You can buy used.
Used?
Yes, you can buy used if you drive past Spanish Town Road, guys. Right at the front of Riverton.
They sell used toilets?
Yes, you can get used. Another place you can get used, I saw it right and coming down. Ooh, with the road near man, I come through the gully at Cassia Park, certain name. So here is the route. Somebody remind me. Come down Redhills Road, you turn right. That takes you to the Cassia Park gully. Come up. Cassia Park Road, it near my thing. And it takes you to Mullines Road intersection with the Mullines Road intersection with what's the name of that road? Is it Cassia Park Road? I think so. On the left side, them sell old grill, old toilet, old face base. I kid you not. You can't get it used. You can also get.
I'd rather buy store worn.
Shop worn. You can also get You can also get what's something named tiles.
Used. Store worn.
Store worn. Or slightly damaged. From any hardware. Them sell them by lots, pallet lots.
Slightly damaged.
Yeah, pallet lots from tools or any one of them.
Okay.
What's another cheap way to put in a board floor? You can concrete it and paint it. Put in a floor. You can slab it and then you paint it with rubberized paint.
Okay.
That's what we use on driveways.
That's not too dusty.
All right, Garth wants a loan. Tony can put the link in there. So NHT was established in 1976. So NHT, a young company compared to, I went to them for a loan in 1989. I'm turning down, so I don't have enough points. So NHT is a young company compared to Jamaica National and Victoria Mutual.
NHT is very innovative as well. I mean, a lot of people just think it's they buy the NHT scheme house or buy your build and own land or buy a off market unit. But there's a lot of other little things that they're offering.
Yeah, man. Because they also have a solar water heater loan that I think Rachel is gonna go for. Solar water heater loan. I have a whole heap of things. I mean, I keep telling you, if you are self-employed and you're not contributing to National Housing Trust, you're leaving money on, you're leaving your riches on the table. You're literally leaving yourself behind. You must use your NHD benefits. You cannot use it if you're not have a ticket, you don't have a chance. Put it that way there. It's better than a lotto ticket. Because at least you are buy $100 lotto ticket or $20, some thousands of dollars to some people spend on lotto. Whereas if you just contribute to National Housing Trust, you would have been a millionaire long time with your house or land, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be. So Tony, post the Jamaica National link. So we're gonna connect you with a mortgage officer. Tony's gonna post the link, Garth. So you can just fill it in. It will come to me, I'll see it, and then I'll communicate you from there. Or one of my assistants will communicate with you from there. All right, God, so there's a link. You can just click on it and complete it. It will come to me. What's the other question?
Oh, there's a lot of questions. We're so behind.
We're behind. Okay.
All right, let's try and catch up. Okay, so this was the last one. Then somebody asked for Jamaica National Rep, and then you're here. Faye says, true. We never forget a helpful realtor. They always remained in mind. True. Dennis says nothing is worth dying for.
That you think Dennis tell all them people in Afghanistan and which other country them a war for land now? Them people are war for land from time immemorial, not now.
Kendrick says late again.
Kendrick, set your alarm clock, man. Well, yeah, I'm sure you never miss a lot, right? The next thing is digital assets, media,
Metaverse.
People
People and corporations are spending millions of USD on digital landscape. Yes, until the apocalypse happens.
What is digital assets? And what is a apocalypse you're talking about?
The end of the world.
No such thing. It is the creator will create all of this to go mash it up. Not now, go so. Alright, didn't she took her sister's betrothal? She did well after all that hunger. You're probably talking about the movie thing.
I think so.
I need that book I read that book a long time ago. Which one? Did we give the book of the week already? All right, Housing Agency of Jamaica is a nightmare. I thought a piece of many years ago, still waiting for title, just thought I would share. Where's the land fee? Which scheme am I in?
I didn't know NHT sell land without title.
Housing Agency, man, of course.
Oh, Housing Agency, not NHT.
Housing Agency.
But I don't get it. Why don't they just get the people the title?
That was years ago. No, you buy from them and get a title.
Oh.
That was years ago.
Yeah, but what was the purpose of selling it without the title in the first place?
No clue. But you can still sell the property in a fee if you sell you want to sell. Don't stop it from selling. All I do is put the thing on the register. So if you sell you want to sell, you can still sell. When it's just that person's taking a loan, you won't be able to buy. But if it's just land, you can sell. Chances are somebody will have the cash and can buy. What advice do you have with regard to construction companies when you want to build a house? First of all, get a good referral from somebody who they've built for before, and look at other things that they've built. Right, that's what I would say.
And really ensure that somebody is recommending them.
Yeah.
And you can see that person's work that they've done. Definitely.
What would you say if you have someone leave all their real estate to a stranger? What would I say? Nothing. They just didn't want to give their family. They'll leave it to a stranger.
It's permitted under the law as long as they leave like a glass of water or something.
Yeah, it's permitted under the law. So let us say Tony is my only child. I don't want to leave Tony anything. I'm leaving everything to a stranger. For her not to be able to contest it, I would need to leave something there for Tony. So I might say, okay, I leave my pink oval cup, stainless steel, to Tony Ann with a glass of water in it. She can't contest the will. But if I leave her nothing, she can't contest it.
Yeah, because it could have been that you forgot.
Yeah, it could have been, as Tony said, it could have been that her mother forget in her old age to leave something. All right, so Safia, you can contest it if the person did not mention you at all.
Or if you want to leave something to strangers, that's fine. Just make sure you state their information clearly in your will.
Right. And make sure whoever should inherit, like your children are first inheritance, that you have mentioned them in the will and you have actually given them something. That way them can't contest it.
Now you can even leave instructions in the will as to why you're only leaving this cup of water.
Yes, because the boy did work this. The boy dissed me. And I leave nothing for you.
Paymaster owned by a woman.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's true.
That's true. And they were the first company that came out with pay a bill one place.
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica. Pay all your bills one place.
But you know, they came up with that concept, and I keep looking back. Why wasn't that thing a thing like in the bank before?
Like, it just wasn't there.
But the bank always had access to our money, and the bank always had access to to JPS and all those other places.
But you remember whenever online with Paymaster, what they came with was go into Paymaster and pay your bills. I used to use that.
And then they have a settlement agency.
Yeah, and then them settle with the other companies. So what's the name of the young lady who owned Paymaster? Her name is Mark. What's her first name? Somebody? Is it Ann Mark? I'm trying to remember. Somebody put it in the chat. So she was the first person who pioneered that. Excellent move at the time. I used to go into Paymaster. I think it was $30 I paid per bill. Went up to $50 one time. I don't know if they're still doing that. What we do now, we pay online. You still using them online?
I do. It depends.
Oh,
Like
it
if I
depends.
want the bill paid now, I do that because the bank is not same day.
Oh, pay
Which,
master same time.
yeah, which I don't get why the bank is not
Same
same
time.
day.
So the bank is behind. The bank is behind pay master. Can you believe
So
it?
if I'm really early in paying the bill, I
Mhm.
just go straight to the bank. But if I know I'm going to be a little bit late, I do pay master because I know by 6 p.m. my payments are settled.
Are settled. Excellent company. Mm-hmm.
More organized. It's probably true with a woman running a company.
Oh, Tanisha, my number is 876-292-6776. I think my phone is off here now.
You can also contact me on WhatsApp or call during the week 876-370-8138.
Reach out by WhatsApp first for me. I usually get around to them. Like when I leave off live, I'll probably turn on my phone and I'll see a message. So 876-292-6776. Fletcher, you want to know if there's any land in Ocho Rios? Always land in Ocho Rios. What are you looking for? Residential, commercial. You know that place top of Walton Park Road? Yes. Is Walton Park Road the road name? Yes. Yes. So use tile it.
Stop saying that word. That does not sit well with me.
I mean, clean it and use it, friend. Besides, you can buy a new toilet seat. It's just a ball. What are the first steps to get a loan to purchase a piece of land? Well, Tina, they're going to ask you for your pay slip, job letter, tax return, credit report,
ID, TRN.
ID, TRN. So the first thing is to have a job, or if you're self-employed, your self-employed documents up to date. They're gonna want 6 months to 1 year bank statements from it to show money going into your account. They're going to ask you for an accountant's statement, cash flow statement, certified accountant, not just any one accountant, right? So you need your bank statements, your cash flow statements from the accountant, certified, your credit report. If you file taxes, you give that to them as well. Your ID, TRN. Those are the things you need. If you're employed, everybody, 2 to 3 months pay slips, depending on the bank, your job letter. I find it's easier if you're employed to get a loan than if you're not employed. If you're self-employed, I should say.
Is it because you're not as organized? If you were more organized, you'd have probably gotten the loan as a self-employed person.
True. If you're organized, you should get it.
Yeah.
You can show all the income. But what do some people them hide, man? I collect money here, collect money there, and you not hide it on the mattress.
I think sometimes it depends on your business. You get the money in cash and then you spend it out in cash.
Yeah.
Like you do a work and you get 30 grand here, and then you give your baby mother the 30 grand and she goes to the supermarket.
Yeah.
You really don't see big landing in the business at any point.
No.
Miss Davis. Okay, you answer that. Face says, haha, Claudia is well informed on used toilets.
Yeah, I mean.
The toilets that you get for the workmen on the sites are used, don't it?
Yeah, but usually I've taken them out of other properties that I renovated.
Okay.
I mean, I've renovated a property. I think I have 2 used toilets here now too.
We do?
Yeah, we do. That you have renovated and you have. So we hold on to these things. If I'm doing a construction site, I will usually use it on the site, the workmen. But I can make a used toilet clean and you don't know what site use.
But question.
Let me tell you another trick.
Is there a business?
To refinish used toilets?
No. To sell used items, used construction items.
Of course.
Used windows, used doors.
Of course, that same place upon Walton Park Road.
Does it? They sell everything used.
Yeah. The grill, everything. So even if I want to look a piece of grill, I run on how much of this? Yeah, I'm just adjust it and fix it. Yeah. But let me tell you now about the toilet business. All right. Toilets usually look messy because it don't clean every day. One, the water, the scale or what the limes, whatever them call it, from the water, the hard thing in the water, if your toilet is dripping in the back, it ends up there and it stays there and it causes a stain, right? First thing you can do is throw bleach in there, full strength. Just bleach, Fill it up with bleach. Let it sit. The bleach will cut some of it or most of it or all of it, right? If that don't work, your next little cheap trick is to go to those places that sell retail toilet bowl cleaner. So them sell retail toilet bowl cleaner, retail fabuloso, retail hand soap, hand sanitizer, you name it, you get it, right? Like I buy a gallon of dishwashing liquid for $300.
We need to go back to doing that, instead of the little bottle one.
You need to go back and do that. You have the budget.
I know, but I don't have the transport to carry that large.
Then I can ask your mother. Since you don't
large container.
You see, them not understand how me used to do it, but them are gonna run out of money because them love going to supermarket and a shop and I pay $200 for this little bottle of dishwashing liquid. Me go to the place where sell wholesale and me buy a big gallon for $300. You understand? Them pick me and not get it yet.
I think I paid $30 just for the
for the 1 quart. We don't get it yet, but they don't feel it out of the pocket. So listen now. So you do that. So I tell you 2 way already. One is bleach. Full up a toilet with bleach. Let it sit overnight. Ajax and them something that don't work. So no bother with that. Just full up a toilet with bleach.
There's one that works though.
Hold on, man. The next one is the wholesale place where sell toilet bowl cleaner, soap, anything. Just buy a little pint of the toilet bowl cleaner. Throw it in the bowl, switch it around with a brush, leave it. That usually will kill anything too. The next item I'm going to tell you about is if them two they fail, go to Minot on
Minot Chemical.
Minot Chemical on Retirement Road and buy something named, I don't know the name, but if you ask a lady if it's the toilet bowl cleaner, she would tell you. I'm thinking it wants to name Sunny Bowl.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking, but it's not sold in the supermarkets.
Sunny Bowl. That's
Sunny
the
Bowl.
name.
They use it in the hotels and so on. So Minot sells it to hotels and so, but you can go there and buy it a quart. That restore any toilet.
Make sure your hand in a glove.
Yeah, make your hand in a glove. It restore any toilet.
I mean, white it up.
Yeah, perfect.
It's like a pink thing.
Yeah, but try the bleach first, and another trick is to always put bleach in your toilet. Your toilet never gets stained, so you don't need to use them other things to clean your toilet. You can just use bleach. Your toilet is always white. I'm teaching you something else. So yes, I'm well informed about use toilet. Coming over restore it. I use it. All right. Same thing with the face base. But remember, hand must be in gloves. Can you get a loan if you're already a homeowner? Yes, but you only get, what them call it? Home improvement loan, 2.5 million. If you never use an NHT, you can get 2.5 million home improvement loan. NHT also have this thing named 15 plus or 15 year or something like that. So like me, who took a loan years ago from them, pay it back already, finished. Over 15 years now I'm at. I can go back into them and get 2.5 loan, but that's only to improve the same house from I done pay for already. Hell no.
Prefer use your cash.
Yeah, I prefer use the cash.
Just if you get back your title.
I was having a conversation with a lady on the phone from NHT. I said to her, so can I give my 2.5 to my daughter to buy another property? She goes, oh, no, Miss Davis. This 2.5 is for you to do home improvement. I said, the what? So me must done pay for the house and go take a loan from Uno for 2.5 and give Uno back my title? Hell no. Not happening. Before some, me no renovate no toilet.
I know, right?
It's all right. We're going to buy one Sunny Bowl and we'll clean it. All right. Good evening, ladies. What is the progress on Belekas? For Belekas, we should be handing over the first part, units that are up already in January. Working very hard. We should have started painting this week. I hope they did. I should be out there on Saturday next week, should we? We need to go pay a visit. Oh, we don't schedule. Tony don't schedule yet. But we should have started painting. Doors and windows are in on most of the first phase units. The tile is going in now. Next thing is the painting and the fixtures for the houses. And then the tidy up the yard and the road and so on. So we're getting there for January. The others, phase 2, we're looking at October. But I hope we can hand them over before October. We're making good progress. All right. Hi, lady. Sophia says, hi, Tony. Jenny says, late ladies forgot the changes. Again, Jenny? You mean they are, what do you call the change? Daylight saving time? All right, Greenwood, Barrett Hall. Not so sure that is St. James. Hi, Sophia Johnson. Are you the same Sophia from Malay? Could be. Hi, ladies. I'm late. Did not know the daylight saving time. Hold on, this word I want person get.
Yeah.
Okay. So Audrey Marks. That's the name of the lady who pioneered Paymaster. Right. Audrey Marks. Pioneer. Faye Johnson. Is there any available land in Greenwood? Where's Greenwood? Greenwood. Ricardo Davis. Audrey Marks. Yes, the current ambassador to the United States of America. Okay, excellent. Good for that piece of news. She's the ambassador to the United States of America. I guess the ambassador from Jamaica to the United States of America. Right? Good afternoon, ladies. I'm not that too up on international news, to be frank.
What does the ambassador does?
I don't know. I guess they're the person who liaison between the countries. Like if she wants America to help Jamaica with something, she would be in that kind of negotiation. Or if Jamaicans living in America get into any kind of problems, I guess they could go and look for the ambassador.
And that's Jamaican different from ambassador. Mr. Holness just calling Mr. Biden. That's different from that.
Yeah, they need I guess that's what they do. Appreciate you guys' channel for informative. Keep up the good work. All right, thank you. All right, so I'm supposed to teach you something else now, which is
we're at the end of that.
I think so. Let us. So you can still send us your questions. All right, let's look at the book of the week. The book of the week. Last week, I did tell you Rich Kid, Smart Kid was the book of the week. I hope those of you with children went and got this book or found it online and you have started to use it with your children. Very interesting book. Now, out of every book, I always get one thing that causes the paradigm shift that takes me to the next level. So for Robert's first book, it was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, what the rich teach your children that the poor don't. And the one thing that I learned in the book was the difference between asset and liability. That alone changed my life. When I knew the difference between an asset and a liability. Those of you who have now read the book, persons in my book club would have read it. You know that an asset is something that put money in your pocket. And you know that a liability is something that takes money to your pocket. So if your children taking money to your pocket, then it's straight liability.
But your husband could be straight
asset. If he's putting money in your pocket. Husbands, you're an asset, finally.
Finally.
But your wife may be a liability because she's taking money out of your pocket.
Well, husbands take upon themselves a wife. So, yep, that was always going to be a liability.
Oh, yeah, because them take it on, right? I met the men on your think, what is woman talking about? The husbands take upon themselves a wife. So you know that is a liability you're taking up right there. All right, so what did I learn? I learned from Mr. Kiyosaki's book. In chapter 2, he spoke about the different geniuses. And it's noted in the book that he got it from Gardner's theory. So over the last 30 years, Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence has gained great influence in education community. So this is what I took out of all the whole entire book reading of that book, Rich Kid, Smart Kid. Tony, have the book. Tell them what page it's on, Tony. So it's chapter, you can hold up the book for those who don't know the book. It's chapter 2 in Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Kid, Smart Kid. And when did I buy this book? What year? 2008, I bought the book. Read it. This is my key takeaway from the book. And he mentions it, but it's actually Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences. And in the book, he explains and goes through. But let's look at it briefly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Robert calls them geniuses. But Howard Gardner says multiple intelligences. Now, while you're in school or when your parents Some of them would say, oh, why they can't do this and can't do that, right? But what happened? Based on this, I've realized that everybody comes with different levels of geniuses. So you have the body kinesthetic, kinesthetic. Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Bodily kinesthetic, used for touch and reflex, right? Now, usually, these are the people who are sportsy. Them people that can run, jump, gymnastics, all them fancy things, play lawn tennis, dance, because their body is come with that kind of a genius. Like me, I can dance. I have body kinesthetics.
You think so?
Well, I was part of dance clubs all the way through high school. And I can also run. I remember I ran for Woolmers. You also have it because you run and you dance. You were part of dance clubs too.
Yeah, I think I have some rhythm in me, but I don't know if that's my main thing.
No, that's not. It's part of you. Used for touch and reflect. You also have interpersonal. You start communicating with others. I think I have that too. I don't think my daughter Rachel have it as well. We're just trying to develop that in her now. So interpersonal. You have intrapersonal, used for self-discovery and analysis.
I think she has.
Yeah, she has that. I have it too. You have linguistic, used for reading, writing, and speech. Right? I also have that. Matter of fact, I have all of it.
No, I don't think you have music.
We don't have the music. Right. So you have linguistic, used for reading, writing,
or
and
naturalistic.
So you find that the people who are good with learning languages real fast, these people usually tend to be lawyers too. Those kind of people who have to read a whole length. Politicians, poets, writers. These people have linguistic intelligences. Logical, mathematical, use for maths, logic, and systems. I have some mathematical, but my daughter Rachel is really the one who have strong logical intelligence in our family, right? So these are the mathematicians of this world. These people do civil engineer and surveyors and robotics. All of these robotics, all these people, that's what them have strength in this. You also have musical. So this is where you have the singers, the dancers, those people who write lyrics and just blow you out of the sky with them performances, right? So those persons have musical intelligences. You also have visual spatial, use of visualization and art. My daughter Rachel has this too. I think I have some too because I could have drawn in a school.
Couldn't draw to save my life.
I could draw in school. My brother and I have this. We could draw well in school. We just never developed on it.
But I think you could have taken yours and done like architecture.
Yeah.
That would have been a good strength to have.
This one now I passed on to Rachel as well. So she's good with art as well. So those persons who are artists in drawing and sculpting and those kind of things, they have visual spatial. And you have the naturalistic for classifying and making sense of the natural world. These are the people now who jump into the sea and go swim with one shark. Literally. You know?
Or climb Mount Everest.
Or go climb
for the fun of it.
Yeah. And them just dive off on one cliff and know when them reach the bottom. Or them love dogs, cats, birds, interact with me. I have nothing like that. I don't even want to go near, not even a puss, right? So these are the intelligences. And Robert Kiyosaki calls them the geniuses that each child will come with. Now you'll find some children come with a multiple. Like I tell it, Rachel and Tony and have different ones of these. I have different ones. Some may come with only one. So some may come with body kinesis, and then people they can't run from here so tomorrow and don't stop. Them have that kind of
they have a talent like football
or something like that. So if you see your child come with that and them love the football, you know them good at it, that's what them want to do. He says you are to build on that, right? And this is, I think, one of the problems we have in schools, especially Jamaican schools. That's what I know about. In Jamaican schools, if you're musical, you're not going to know. There is no instrument. There is no music teacher. Nobody's encouraging you to write any lyrics. As a matter of fact, teacher see I write lyrics in our class, you're just dead.
And I think we still have the recorder.
We do have the recorder. Where? When? That's only in prep schools.
No, I did recorder in high school.
Yeah, but the primary schools don't have it.
No, I did recorder in prep school as well and high school.
But not primary school. They don't have it.
I think you have to pay special for those like guitar or piano.
We don't have any visual spatial either.
The arts.
The bands, the arts are not in schools.
We have art classes.
We have art classes, but we don't have the level that we need to have. So in other words, a child can be a good artist. I remember being called to my daughter's prep school because she was doing a drawing in class. She could draw. But them never like what she had draw. So they called me up and said, well, did you teach this class today? She was drawing some naked people. This was a child. She was about maybe 8, 9. I said, did you teach her any about the body today or anything like that? I said, yes, I taught it last week. So I said, then if you introduce it, and you show her this and I show her that on the body, and she know I interpret it and draw it on paper. What is the problem?
Why too good?
Yeah, why did you call me? You know what I mean? Why? Why are you calling me for this? I mean, I was so
all you should have tell her that it's a good drawing, but not to be drawn in school.
Why must I draw in school? Like, you introduce it on the board. So why is she drawing it in our book? Not that she drawing it around the whole school. She have it in our book, so what's the problem? You introduce it in the school. So I'm saying that's it. So some believe that this championing of non-academic forms of intelligence has helped create the delusion that everyone is a genius. But this is the misrepresented approach, right? So I think we should give students a chance. I'm saying to you, read Robert's book. This is what I took away from it. So what I try to encourage from my children is I say, hey, look at your strengths. Are you more linguistic? Are you more logical? Are you musical? Are you visual, naturalistic, interpersonal, and so on, right? So like these persons, interpersonal people, these people can do wedding planners, them can be, those things where these people can do. And if them a fitness guru and them have interpersonal communication, they can be fitness coaches and so on,
But I think American schools, for the most part, understands these 8 types of intelligences. So they have a lot of things in the schools where you can actually figure out which one you are.
Mm-hmm. Right. So in Jamaica, we tend to only look at the academic child, the child who can do the mathematics and the child who can do the English language. We tend only to look at those children, and that's not how it should be. So what I'm saying now, in your family, you are to identify the genius or the intelligence that your child came with and build on that. So like for Xander now, I'm actively looking to see which one of these did he come with. He's definitely a very agile child. Xander can skate up the steps now faster than Tony and myself can, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was the one who introduced the stairs to him. Put him on the stairs and I said, okay, Xander, go up, help him, show him how to do it. And by the next day, he was flying up. And he actually loves, when you miss him, he's going up the steps. So we have to be very careful. And as a matter of fact, he's so good at the steps. And he's only 12 months on the 16th of October. That we're really just looking at him, I realize that if he does go up the step on his own, he'll be okay. He won't fall or anything because he has full control over his body and his movements, and he knows a rhythm. So you're seeing him going up the steps, he's going up in a rhythm. He knows which hand to move and which hand next and which foot next. And
what I noticed is
he's very good at that.
Knows that he needs to be holding on before he moves his feet.
Before he moves his feet, yes. So you can see that he's a child but physically, you can say, yes, this child is going to be, I also noticed that he knows his surroundings. So when he was creeping around, I would blocked off the area because we only wanted to creep in this area. And he goes and he sees a chair. He's like, this chair, I got to move this chair before I can actually go somewhere, So he starts to push and pull and push and pull. And him not stopping until he moved the chair.
And if he can't go over, he goes on.
Yeah. At one point, we put it so good that he couldn't move the chair. I'm going to tell you, Xander, just sit down there and I'm crying and Mrs. Xander, you gotta figure it out. Figure it out. Guys, that just looking and realizing can't go underneath the chair and boom, underneath the chair. No, you can't put up no barrier and can't beat. Can't beat. That's the tone. It don't make sense to put a gate on that because if you put a gate on it, he's going to beat it just the same.
Like he already knows how to pull the doors.
Yeah, he can pull the door handle because he watches you. He can turn off the lights and turn them back on. So he's going to be a physical child, right? I also noticed with him that he learns by looking. So his toys, you show him, he says, I know, okay, this is what you do. You put this one here, this one there, that one there. Boom, in seconds he's doing it. He's putting that one there, that one there, that one there. So he learns by looking, right? So you have to, and he also responds to an authoritarian figure. So like me, I would say, Xander, walk away. And he look at it and he'll walk away. Tony and Rachel, I keep saying to them, you have to be authoritarian with babies, but they're not listening. They're like, oh, Xander, Xander. I say, he's a boy. You have to be firm, you know what I'm saying? But like Tony said, Rachel is a free reign mom. Free reign. It gives him free reign. But like me, no, I give him boundaries, you know. The Xander, no, walk away from that. Walk away. Like I have a chain on the grill, on the same staircase. And I've trained him to walk past the chain. One of my necklaces is hanging on the grill. I said, Xander, walk away. When he's with me, he walks goes up the stairs, come back down, and he passes it up and down. This morning I noticed I didn't see the chain. I said, where's the chain? His mother removed the chain because Xander wouldn't leave it. I'm like, come on. When I'm with Xander on the step, he walks right past it. You know? You can see those that don't fool with grandma.
I don't think he can hear Rachel because she speaks so softly.
He's not listening.
Yeah, I don't think it's registering to him that it's a command as yet.
Oh, no better get it, get it. We get with it. What's the next thing we need to teach? Oh, we're looking at surveys today. You know, okay, have a question?
Love questions. Oh, you just go down.
Oh, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Thank you, Carol. That was the first thing I read in the Bible. But hold on, stick a pin. Oh, don't notice how important that is. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That's what he created first. Heavens and the earth. What I tell you. The earth is of significance, importance. Without it, there's no life. Right? You can use the retail hydrochloric acid to clean the toilet bowl. Sell same place where retail soaps are sold. Right. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. You think that it's possible to get a house with a mortgage and then rent it and be able to pay the mortgage and make a hell no.
No, not a profit.
Not a profit.
But maybe to reduce your payments.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not gonna make no profit. You have to build. You have to build from scratch. You have to be the wholesaler, not the retailer. Mm-hmm. Guys, remember when you buy a house, a ready-made house. When you buy a ready-made house, right? The ready-made house is you're buying it at retail. You're buying somebody's equity, somebody's profit already. Mm-hmm. So you can't make profit like that. So I'll give you an example. Tony brought my loan amortization, and then we're going to get to the lesson for this week. The lesson is actually, I need to do it quickly before 5 o'clock. The lesson is actually surveys, how to read surveys. So we're going to get to that afterwards. Let me show you why you can't make the money. This one? You can go to Jamaica National Road. Maybe that's the best one.
Should be an award for every time you open this calculator.
I tell you, man, they should have paid me. It's a nice calculator, though. I like it because it takes into account the NHD, so I can easily show people persons here. All right, so a nice price is there, 15 million. So we're selling Jamaica now for 15.5 million. The down payment is 1.5 or 755%. 775,000, I think. Yeah. That should be 5%. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. 775. Interest rate is at 6.5.
8%.
8%. All right, let's say it's 8%. The loan period, let's say take the longest loan period of 40 years.
If you're young,
You're gonna pay 102,000 per month. The Bel Acre is in Spanish Town,
apply
off
your
St. John's
NHD.
Road. Let's say no wait, don't apply it yet. You don't have no NHD yet. So you're gonna pay 102,000 per month. I don't think you can get the Bel Acre 2-bed, 1-bath rented for 102,000 per month.
No, no, I don't think so.
No. You apply NHD, you get it at 94,000. I think don't think you can rent it for 94,000. The most you might probably rent it at is 60,000.
Yeah.
So no, the answer to that question is no. Which other property I have now? Let us go to Richmond. So Richmond is 285,000 now a month. Write that down. 285,000.
Write it down.
That's
Or
in US. Put it in there. 285,000. Let's keep it in US. Let's say deposit 10%. 200,000. 200 and 2,800 off. 28,500. 28,500. Deposit 10%. That's the interest rate. You have no NHD. The payment is 1,783 per month.
how much can you rent Richmond for? About 1,000.
About 1,000. 1,002 the most. So the question, Chiona, do you think it's possible to get a house with a mortgage, rent it out and be able to pay the mortgage and make I guess you want to say profit? The answer is no.
No.
Yeah, she said it on the bottom, make a profit. The answer is no.
The fudge man on time.
The fourth man on entire week. Yes,
Yes, he is. I admire his work ethic.
I do.
He comes twice per day, every day.
Twice per day, every day.
Yeah, he comes at 11 and he comes at 4. He's always on time.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So that's the answer. All right, let's get to the lesson. So we're looking at surveys today. All right, so what is a survey? Land surveying is the art and science of establishing or re-establishing corners, lines, boundaries, and monuments of real property, which is land, based upon recorded documents, historical evidence, and present standards of practice. One of the primary rules of land survey is to find the boundary of a person's property. Yes. So you need to know your boundary start from this point to that point. Usually they put in some pegs, some steel in the ground, and then spray them red to say this is yours. Sometimes you have what's called a monument, which is a concrete thing that says this is yours, right?
I think that's better than the little pegs.
Me too. I feel the monument is better. All right, so 5 reasons why you need to do land. You need to survey a land. Makes informed decisions, protects your investment, should comply with planning codes and guidelines, provides surety to construction teams, yes, and they're building on the right land. And of course, to see if there are any property encroachments, like people building on your land, or then put the fence on your side instead of in the middle and so on. So let's look at some examples. So Tony's going to bring up a survey diagram. And we'll discuss it right now.
Which one do you want?
Give me the Auguststone first. This a property I sold in Auguststone. And yes, everybody, property seller Auguststone. That's what people never think. This is property Auguststone. Of course, everybody Auguststone.
And it sells fast.
And it sells fast too. Fastest place to sell a property. If you want an Auguststone, give them a sell it. All right. So this one was on June Road. So usually it will give you the volume of folio. And these are the preliminaries. That's usually at the top of the title now. Property is known as June Road. Is the land referred to in the certificate of title. Now the diagram, this survey diagram goes in conjunction with what's on the title. So we're going to bring up the title afterwards. The boundaries in part are not in general agreement with the plan attached to the aforesaid certificate of title. Except for the northern boundary, the physical boundaries appear well established and are of long standing. So this is saying that the northern boundary
As in the
is a
front
problem.
fence?
Wait, no. We're going to look at the diagram to see where is north.
Oh.
So you have to know where is north, right? So we'll get to it. Restrictive covenants 1 to 3, 5, 7, and 8, endorsed in the certificate of title, were checked, all have been complied with. If the measurements in the title are to stand, the buildings could not be affected. There is no evidence on earth of easements affecting the property. Maybe I should tell you what's an easement. There are buildings on the land, yes. All right. Now, in this section, usually you'll have the remarks, which is what we're intended to problem if there's any problem. So if you get a survey diagram and not in the remarks, you have a clean survey. Now, remarks. The existing fence, as shown in sketch plan, is out of alignment with the northern boundary. Now look, this denotes north, right? This is a road. So this road is kind of running south-north, or this is south, this is east. So it kind of running southeast to, this is northwest. So remember your diagram from geography. You have north, south, east, west. So if you notice, this is kind of slant. So this tells me this road is running between here, so, right?
Okay.
So it's running northeast to, no, down there is southeast to northwest, right? Building and running in the same direction. Now look, this line is what he's saying is outside of alignment. So this was a zinc fence, this right here was a zinc fence. This is out of line. So what would you do? You have to correct this, because if you don't correct this, the person not going to get the loan. So guys, what would you do to correct this? This is a zinc fence. Tell me some of the things you would do to correct it. Waiting for your comments. Oh, that's okay. So. Tell me, somebody tell me what you would do. This is a zinc fence. The man says he does a survey, it's showing that it's out of alignment. So it should be a straight line like this. This is a boundary. It should be a straight line. So okay, so this is a land that's surveyed. This is a peg, 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 peg. These are the buildings on the land. So this is one building. This is a derelict building. Though have no cover. That's why I never put this there. This have no cover. And this is another building. So he says, usually this is in meters now. So this is 44.39 meters in width on the inside and 45.3 on the outside. On the back here, it has, and you know the front. Let me tell you now, everybody. You know the front because you're going to see the road. Okay. Wherever the road is, sometimes it's two roads. Go this way and this way because it might be a corner, right? So this is the front.
Sophia answered your question.
She says, have the seller remove the fence. Yeah, ask the seller to remove the fence. So the seller could simply take down this portion of the fence that is out of alignment, and you send back the surveyor, and he gives you a new survey. Now the onus is on the seller to ensure that we have a clean survey. So if the owner did build this building over so too much onto the fence, it would be the onus would be on the owner to get rid of the building against the fence, right? So that the buyer can have a clean survey. But yes, you can ask the seller to remove the fence. All right. It's out of alignment with the northern boundary. Now this was the only thing that was giving trouble on this survey. That was the only thing giving trouble. So yes, that's what we did. Remove the fence and send back the surveyor there. All right, let's look at another one. So
Faye Johnson says serve a notice.
Serve a notice on who?
Faye?
It's not aligned with the northern boundary. Now this fence did not go over the neighbor. So maybe that's a little, but not enough to talk about. It's just never in alignment. All right, let's look at another one.
Sophia is asking, so who pays for that second trip the surveyor makes to the property?
Usually the owner. The owner pays. Because the owner should have given us a clean property in the first place. Sometimes we ask these owners to do a survey, but they don't want to spend any money. So when the breach comes, they have to deal with it. We're going to look at another one.
Which one do
You
you
need the
want?
diagram first. The end sum. No. Yeah, you have the end sum with the picture, right?
Do I have it?
Where's the picture? You have the survey, you have the picture. All right, so this is a survey that was done for another property that I had
One
said.
moment.
All right, don't bring a picture yet. So this one, in the remarks,
Make it bigger.
oh, here. Hope you're seeing this. Want to make sure they're seeing it. So this was end sum. And with this one, all right, we'll skip the preliminaries. You know what's supposed to be there. 1 to 5. So it says the boundary, the shift of covenants number 1 to 11, as endorsed on the title, were checked. All have been complied with except for number 5. So let us see what he's saying. The property was checked and found to be in contravention to restrictive covenant number 5, which is no building shall be erected nearer than 30 feet from the center line of the roadway, nor less than 5 feet from any other boundary. And all gates and doors on or upon any fence or opening along the road boundary shall open inwards, except where the units are constructed on the said boundary. However, the building is constructed 1 foot from the rear boundary. So whereas this person should be, how much? Is it 30? No building shall be erected nearer than 30 feet from the center line of the roadway, or less than 5 feet. So this person should be no less than 5 feet from the rear boundary. But this person was 1 foot from the rear boundary. The boundary is incorrectly fenced as in the encroachment of property to the southwest registered at volume that with an encroachment area of 49,000 square feet. All measurements are in feet. All right, this one is in feet, indicated in green below. All right, so this is a problem. So you know the front of the property because you see the road here, garden closed, right? This is properties at townhouse. So over here is lot 54. It's another property. Now what happened? This is the encroachment. So the area of breach, 1 foot, right here, so 1 foot, you know. The metal grill, works fence, all of this green fence that was here should not be there because the boundary of the land is here, so the black line, that's the boundary of the land. All right, so I'm gonna show you that. Let me get to the title first to show them where they find the restrictive covenant before I show you the real picture of the thing so that you understand what I'm talking about. All right, so you know the title. What you look for is a restrictive covenant. So here it is. Encumbrance is referred to. The restrictive covenant set out herein shall run with the land above described. So he says it is number 5 that's giving the trouble. Number 5, no building shall be erected nearer than 30 feet from the center line of the roadway, nor less than 5 feet from any other boundary. And all gates and doors on or upon any fence or opening along the road boundary shall open inwards, except where the units are constructed on the said boundary. All right, so Tony, let's get to that. Now remember, if it is that you have a property and it says there that your fence must open inwards and you open the fence outwards,
The gate?
the gate outwards, then you have to remove the gate. So what you
Or
can
rehang
do,
it, right?
yeah, you can rehang the gate. If it's not gonna work rehanging the gate like that, you take off the gate, put the gate inside, allow the surveyor to come back and do his survey without the gate being there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now this is the actual encroachment that they're talking about
At the back of the
at the
house.
back of the house. So the red area that you saw, that it says it encroached 1 foot, was actually this eave. You know, sometimes the buildings have want something to hang over so that rain don't wet out the building, the windows and so.
Mm-hmm.
This eave should not be there because this building, this orange part of the building, was already on the boundary.
Okay.
So this eave coming over 1 foot would be a breach.
Okay.
Also, in addition to this, what they did was they put this zinc thing and cover up the whole of this area.
Mm-hmm.
So right here says not their land. So they should not have done that. Right? So what we did, somebody tell me what we did. Well, let me tell you. We had to take this down, the zinc thing,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to hit off this eave.
That was concrete?
Concrete. So we went with our jackhammer, boom, 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 shell it down.
Wow.
And dress it
So
back.
something like that, it couldn't just have been corrected on title, or that would have been too much work. It was easier to just
It was
hit it
easier
down.
to hit down this.
Okay.
So whoever bought it cannot put up an awning, temporary awning.
Okay.
And that's what you do. Know if you're in breach. Because if you're in breach, if you're gonna breach, you put up a concrete structure, just put up an awning.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you can just take down when the surveyor come if you're gonna sell and put it up back. You know. So that's what you do, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you got a little synopsis. Where's the diagram again? Go back to the diagram. So when you get your surveys, you can actually look at it and know what they're talking about.
It's doing this to me.
What's it doing to you? Bring up wrong survey. See here, Claudia.
No, this is the corrected one.
Oh, that's the corrected
I
one.
don't know
Oh,
where
no, show them the corrected one. So the corrected one. So this is a new survey now.
That's the corrected one?
Is it? No, it's not the corrected one.
Oh, so what happened to the little
Here of breach? Can we took this down? They still was telling us that it breached, so we had to go back and take it down.
Oh.
We took down the fence and
The
they
zinc
point
part.
out to yes, and listen, this still breach. So we had to go and take this down.
Oh.
All right, everybody. So you can ask me the questions you want to ask me on.
You want to show this one?
No, that one is all right. What was that one? A fence breach. Oh yeah, go to the fence breach. So I want to show you a third one. Now, sometimes what happens is that you have built your fence too high. So the people I'm telling you building a fence 4 feet high, we're going to build 6-foot fence and 10-foot fence. See there? The northwestern boundary was incorrectly fenced. All right, so we're reading it as to what I'm talking about. So this is north, remember, south, east, west.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember, west is to your left. So when you're looking at the diagram, west is your left hand, right is your easterly hand, based on the diagram, not based on the ground. When you're on the ground, you know that the sun rises in the east, so you must know where the sun rises, and you know that would be your east, right? But when you're sitting in front of the computer and looking at the diagram, this is north, south. North is at the top, south is at the bottom, west is to the left, east is to the right. So this says the northwest. So look now. The northwest boundary. So which one would be the northwest boundary, Tony? Which one is the north boundary? Would be this one. 21.34. Which one is the south boundary? 24.1. Which one is the east boundary? 16.76. And the west boundary is 13.17. And the road is here. So this is the front of the building. And what else you know about this diagram? Just looking at it, you know that this is on a corner lot. Yeah. Because you see a road here, reserve road number 17 here, and you see reserve road number 16 here. So that tells you this is on a corner lot, and you know that there are lots across the street because he has given you the lot numbers.
It's a very detailed drawing.
It is. So he says your northwest boundary was incorrectly fenced and as such is encroaching on the reserved area. See area shaded green.
Well, that's a reserved area.
This corner lot should not have had a fence that come out as a right angle. It should be splayed.
Oh yeah, when you look at the corner lots other places, they do that.
Right, and that is because a car coming here needs to be able to see around this corner. And if your fence is coming out at a right angle, they won't be able to see around the corner. This is the people that have sense. And you not have no sense to put up the fence. So therefore, this now we're going to have the work of. So this is actually a current one.
We're going to hit it down.
So I'm going to go there with a crew and we will just mash this down.
Oh no.
Literally take it to the ground.
We're not putting up a little chain link back there.
Well, we're
on
gonna,
displayed.
Maybe not. I don't know. Chain link is here now. So we will remove this link here. That's coming out at the right angle. And we will take it across here.
Okay.
Because this is where the peg is. I'm wondering why they did incorrectly. Because the peg is here and the peg is here. So how you reach out there? So I don't know.
I guess because when the persons who were building it, they couldn't figure out why would they do that. And they're probably not knowledgeable to know that, oh, it's on a corner.
Yeah. All right. So that's one problem with this one. So the other one is the building is 35 inches from the center of the reserve road, number 17. It should be 12.19, as in 40 inches measurements were taken from the eave. The building, voila.
But this building has no addition on it.
But this building has no addition. So how is this? The building is 35 inches from the center of the reserve road. It should be 40 inches. Measurements were taken from the eave. This building have an eave. Measurements were taken from the eave. Why? The concrete wall is more than 4 feet 6 inches above road level. So the concrete wall is more than 4 feet 6 inches above road level.
That's a front fence.
So this is a front fence. Which concrete wall?
It's on the front
one,
fence.
only the front one of a concrete wall.
Yeah.
All right. See it here. So CC means concrete wall. LK mean link. Metal fence. A metal fence is on the southern boundary. On the western boundary, which is the front, has a wall. So they're saying this wall is also in breach because it should be. It's more than 4 feet 6 inches above road level.
So you'd have to cut it down, like.
It should be 12. Measurements were taken from the eave. Hold on. Get to the title, Tony. Let me see something here. Because
let me see if I can find it.
We can correct this. All right. So here the challenge with this now, guys. So we can correct this. We can go in there and move the fence. This wall, we can hit off the top of this wall and make this 4 feet 6 inches from the ground. Now they must have the wall too high. But this part of the challenge, in the building itself. Now this is a building that has no addition. This is a basic building that was given to the owner. And it was taken from the eave. Where is the eave? This is the eave on the left side or something?
Where?
Or the eave is this? No,
the eave is a little overhang by the veranda.
Overhang by the veranda. 0.3 meters is the eave. I'm going to take it from the eave. Hold on. No, what I need to
But
check.
either way, it would still be breached. Because that's 35 what, feet?
Hold on. Inches.
Inches?
The building is 35 inches. It must be feet. You type this all wrong. So the building is 35. This should be feet.
Okay.
From the center of the reserve road, number 70. Yes. It should be 40 feet. How big is this eve?
It's not that big.
The eve is 0.3 of a meter. 0.3 of a meter. No.
What's this figure here?
0.3 of a meter. 0.3 of a meter. Where get that from? Huh?
What's this one?
Something wrong with this. 35 feet, this I say.
And that's what it should be 40.
It should be 40 feet from the center line.
But something like
So
that.
see the road here. So it should be from the center line here to here. It should be 40 feet. But he's saying it didn't reach all of 5 feet. Something wrong with that. It didn't reach 5 feet. It should be 12.19.
Maybe they've just put down the entire building incorrectly.
But let me see the type. Let me see the oh my goodness. Let me see the title. Which covenant in Sarah? No fence, hold on.
Did he say which one?
No, we have to just read it. Hold on, go back to the survey diagram. Maybe he mentioned it in the top. Which one it was? No. Which one it never? Restricted covenants except number 3 and 9. Okay, let's read number 3 and 9.
No fence, hedge, or other construction of any kind or any tree or plant a height of more than 4 feet 6 inches above road level shall be erected, grown, or permitted within 18 feet of any road intersection.
All right, so that's clear. But we never talk about the tree then. Have some wicked mango tree then.
Yeah, but those aren't at the front of the yard.
Should no 18 feet of any road intersection. Oh, front boundary. So 9 is what now? 9. No new buildings or any permanent structure shall be erected within 40 feet of the center line of the parochial reserve road. Well, he doesn't say the eve. My only problem with this though, I would have contested it. It's just that contesting it with the eve don't make sense because the eve is only 0.3.
But this is
Well,
not something that you can contest.
Yes, I can. Because it doesn't say that you must take it from the eve. No new buildings or any permanent structure shall be erected within 40 feet of the center line of the parochial reserve road. It doesn't say that you must take the eve into consideration. It doesn't. So let me go to hold on. Go to convert the go back to the diagram. Maths not work so good today. 0.3 of a meter is how many feet? 0.3 meter. Go to meter to feet.
Mm-hmm.
Meter to feet.
Yes.
0.3 meters. How much feet that?
0.9.
Not even a foot.
Mm-mm.
That's probably why I wouldn't contest it. Because even if him take it from the eve, I still have a 4 feet out.
But
even if him measure back to the house, this eve is only 0.9, almost a foot in width. Mm-hmm. So even if him discard the eve and say, okay, let me not take the eve into consideration,
we'll still
be out 4 feet.
In a case like this, though, you cannot remove the building.
No,
what do you do?
You would have to get a restrictive covenant lifted.
Or adjust
it to see whatever measurement in come up.
I wonder if there's precedent. I wonder if there's other buildings with a similar problem.
I'm sure. The only thing I still have to take down this fence and the judge not allow to get down.
No, you have to fix those two.
I'll fix these two. And then what we do, guys, is the lawyer give an undertaking. So we'll find a lawyer now who will give an undertaking to correct this, to get this restrictive covenant changed to read.
Oh, see, somebody says something. It is true that if the breach is over 7 years old, cannot be forced by parish council to knock it down. That's a question.
That's a question that I don't know. Is that so? That is so that people want to know that. So this is a restrictive covenant that we'd have to get changed. No new buildings or any permanent structure shall be erected within 35 feet. So this would read within 35 feet of the center line of the parochial.
It says in no new building or other permanent structure. Would the house fall under other permanent structure? Or maybe you could contest it based on wording.
tricky. No new building or any other permanent structure shall be erected within 40 feet. I wonder, is it a technicality that you could challenge?
That's what I'm wondering.
No new building, meaning if you're doing an addition. All right, let me talk to the surveyor on this. Let me see the other title though. Let me see what it says. Go back to the first title.
What first
The
title?
one for Ensom. Let me see what it says. You're supposed to have a clause like that. No new building. Where does it talk about this?
This one has more clauses than the other one.
No building shall be erected. There's a difference. That one says no new building.
Or any other permanent structure.
Right. This just says no building shall be erected nearer than 30 feet.
So why is this
So
one?
could they be talking about no new building, no additional building? Because I find it hard that they would breach 5 feet
Of a building that was built for this title.
Yeah, I find it difficult that they would breach all of 5 feet, putting down a building. And this was a development that was done. Let me see who did own it. Go back to the other title. Let me see who did own it first. Which company? Sugar Industry Housing Limited. Find it hard that they would breach 5 feet. It says no new building. Suppose you can contest that, you know. No new building. All right, Tony. Here comes the liar work now. Make us see if it did worth it now. You're gonna last you for 3 years. Come on. You go contest this tomorrow. Make us figure this out. All right, guys. So I'm glad I was trying to show you this, as I have now gained some more. That's why I love teaching, you know. Every time I'm teaching you something, I gain a new insight. You see? It says no building. The next one says, it says no new building. No
Or
new
any
building
other
or any other permanent
permanent
structure. Right. Make a difference. You have another title I can look at? And this says, the building on the said land shall not at any time be used for the purposes. And it says,
title.
no building shall be erected nearer than 30 feet from the center line of the roadway, nor less than 5 feet from the boundary. Let me see the other title. It's hard to believe the people that would have breached it 5 feet. 5 feet meaning that they came, it should be 40 feet from the center line, and then at, you need to flip that around before you show it.
I don't understand, like, why are these crossed out? Were they lifted?
Not to erect any building other than a private building with appropriate offices and outbuildings. This is why this one could have more than one building on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because this one allows appropriate offices and outbuildings for some another tenant there on an occupied area. Right. So you could have put tenants on this. And that's like what the permit, sorry, not the permit are no bad, but no subdivision. All gates open. So this not have no new building. No distinction.
Not to erect or cause to create any building or other structure on the land or any park without a written consent from the minister.
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't the one that they crossed out? Not to set up.
Oh, so this was this chain, this restrictive
building.
Covenant chain. Not to set up any building or structure on the said land nearer than 20 feet from any road fence or which right. So apparently they got this covenant removed. Less than 4 feet from any other boundary. Not to set up any building. So this don't have new building. This says not to set up any building. I forget this thing. Not forget dev deep out this one. All right, let's talk to the surveyor tomorrow. All right, everybody, we're almost at 5 o'clock. So that was a lesson on surveys. Hope you learned something. Hope you can know more. Look at the survey and diagram and understand what it's talking about.
Wow. Good night, Claudia. The same thing has happened at it cost me 350K in the courts.
Yeah.
You're really teaching today. It's right up my alley.
Knock it down, all right. I have to check the parish council on that one about the 7 years. Scroll up. Oh, pardon. All right, go on, scroll up. So the land surveying is important when you're buying a property, right? So when you're looking at properties now for to purchase, you can also know, so you get the title, you read what is the boundary, you go there and you look at it and you say, but hold on, a building here look like a 2 feet from the fence. Most of them breach because you have already read the title and I taught you how to go and buy the title.
And you should probably always read the title before
you visit, so that you
or have the title with you when you're going to visit.
But as a general rule, though, most of the titles is 5 feet. Except some like the Duane Park ones that don't really have a restriction. You can build right up onto the fence.
I think if you're gonna look for properties like in Portmore, you should carry the title with you.
You should have a title. You always breathe. All right.
Why can't I scroll? Okay, there it is.
You have some questions at the top that you miss.
Yeah, I'm scrolling.
All right, so we're checking back.
Okay, from Ann Marks, that's where we were.
Audrey Marks.
Audrey Marks.
I believe I'm good at cleaning stuff too. Bleach and Dawn dishwashing will do the job. Ah, okay, good. Dawn dishwashing liquid kind of pricey in Jamaica though. You can use the retail hydrochloric acid. Yes, good. I also answer that one. Make a profit. No, you can't. NHT is not for low and middle income contributors. Selling 1 bedroom for 27 million. Shane, come on. The first time NHT sell a property for 27 million in our quarry.
It's the second time when they sold.
Which one?
Sanders. What just happened? We just lost.
We lost Paul? No, but the fan is still on.
Okay. Maybe I think we lost this.
Oh, okay. Oh, we might be in some darkness. We lost our overhead light. 27.7 million. Let's examine it. Shane is not for low income and middle income contributors, selling 1 bedroom for 27 million. All right, Shane.
But did NHD say they were for low income or middle income contributors?
Shane, but we do have high income earners who contribute to NHD. Come on.
They contribute more than the average person to NHD.
Yes. Come on.
They're the reasons why you can get the NHD loan because they're contributing a lot of their income.
3%. Somebody tell me what is 3% of 10 million. A man will earn 10 million, 15 million a year.
Not only that,
a month. I contribute that to NHT.
And I feel like NHT takes so much more money from them and only gives them 6.5. Yes, for low income earners.
Genuinely.
It doesn't equate.
It's not equating.
And NHT brings out more property in the lower market for them than for persons in the high income market.
Yes, they
Once in a blue moon, they bring out something
for
that they can buy.
And besides, why would you want NHT to subsidize? You know how much it costs for them to put up that building? Why you want NHT to take my money now and go subsidize somebody for the live in a New Kingston?
Not only that, too, NHT sells each of these 1 bedrooms at 27.7 million, makes a super profit, and then they build 300 low income houses.
Yes, out of that one development. Don't look at it so short sighted, guys. I tried to find the development. What's the name of it, Shane? Currently, no ahead.
Just search for St. Andrew. Just search for search for the NHT development in St. Andrew. Oh. Because it's not. They don't do many developments in St. Andrew.
I know the property you're talking about. The property is on the outskirts of New Kingston. It is on Ruthven Road.
Ruthven Housing Development, phase 1.
Click on it. Let me see if they have no picture.
They don't. We'll be here. They're not selling that much. 86 units and 224 units.
I don't know only per unit that. So you want them
and then
to
14 units in
in
Vineyard.
Vineyard
That's not
Town.
a lot.
You want them to give 200 and how much people this?
34.
234
plus.
plus 86. 300 add this. You want them to give 300 add people subsidized apartment in a New Kingston when we could have charged 27 million make a profit and go bill 1,000 also low income earner. Shane, come on. And I think it has a lot to do with zoning. If you put that NHT building and sell it for 13 million in a New Kingston, everybody property around it gone down to the grave.
Not only that, though, it's on a very prominent road. You can't expect it to be a cheap place.
No, you can't. Guys, you have to think. You have to think. There's everywhere in the world you have zoning for different things.
Money pays an hour late.
Well, I have the money guys go hour late. She can't go read and look on it afterwards. So Shane, NHT is for low income and middle income contributors.
NHT is for everybody.
It's for everybody.
Because they ask everybody to
everybody have to contribute. You think it's not voluntary contribution, it's compulsory contribution you pay to NHT.
Once you live and work in Jamaica.
Yeah, once you live and work. So why 200-300 people who high income I pay 3% to NHT and them earn 10 million a month or 15 million a month? Why them can't get a buy a 2-bedroom house over 27 million? They must buy it, them can afford it. Yeah. Yeah. So Shane, don't look at it that way. They have to make a profit so that them can go and know build houses.
NHT like these people, they're getting more mortgages coming in.
Yeah, big mortgage.
Chances are these people are salaried, so it's gonna be salary deducted, always on time.
Yeah.
Need people like these.
I'm telling them let the little self-employed and people like me, I'm something that we can't
Default.
pay the mortgage. Default.
Have you ever seen the type of properties that default on NHT?
Yeah,
nothing good.
Nothing good. So the bank, what's the question?
I have a question. So the bank would have paid over the money to the vendor's lawyer. What's next? Because I haven't heard anything since.
I don't know where your question coming from.
I guess she's buying a property and the bank has now paid over the vendor's attorney. So
you must get your key.
Yeah, because it would have been transferred to title at this point.
Yeah.
So the keys next.
The keys next for you. What's office about Ruven Road Towers again?
If Ruven Towers are selling NHT 2-bed average apartments in Kingston for 37.7 million in phase 1, can you imagine the price in 2 years when phase 2? My gosh, people move quick.
Yes. At 37 million, but I thought Shane says it was 27.
For the 1-bed.
For the 1-bed. Oh, so the 2-bed is 37.7 million.
But even that is a reasonable price because the ones up at Worthington, not Worthington. What's that name of that road? Wellington are 50 million.
Tony, show them apartment. show them price of apartment, man. It's a Jamaica cheap place. What's in the thinking, guys? How much are our condos in the States or in Canada? How much? I'm sure it's cheaper Jamaica still. Show them the price now. Go pay your thing and show them how much apartments are selling for in New Kingston.
We're out of time and we're still trying to get through the questions.
You're still trying to get through questions? All right. Still do it, but roll up now.
Let me do it on the side while we go here.
Greenland's in St. James. No.
What's Marty saying?
Primary school does teach recorder. Excellence at primary teaches it. Oh, okay. Safi, for such a high price point, Ruven Towers is targeted to wealthy Jamaicans and those in the diaspora. Low and middle income Jamaicans are even looking at Ruven. No, they can't.
Not only, what I realize is lower income persons want house with land they can walk around.
Yeah, they don't want an apartment to live in.
No.
Matter of fact, when you give them an apartment to live in, them take it on down. Because the truth is, a low income reproduces faster than a middle and an upper income person. That's the truth. A low income person will reproduce themselves 2, 3, 4, 5 times in 10 years. Whereas a middle class will reproduce themselves maybe only 2 times, and an upper class will reproduce themselves 1 time. That's the truth. So really, the lower class can't really live in condos and apartments like that. We have to give them land with them own yard, so that when them reproduce themselves, them can now extend and expand as them family grow. Yeah, that's the truth, right? Those governments who were not thinking and put lower class into apartments,
It's for Kingston 10.
they just did that for a political expediency, not because they were thinking as planners. Just because them just want to put a whole heap of people one place, really. But it's not good to give low income people condos to live in. So let's look at the apartments now. You want new.
What apartment complex is near there, so? I'm trying to think.
You have the roof. I said near.
The root?
Oh, wait, yeah, man. I have to go there the other day. Are you? I said near. Oh, you may not remember. You have Courtly.
Ah, here is this. This one is pretty close. This is Abbey Court. This is the older one.
But
Though,
this is
at
an
36.
old one at 36 million. They have 2 bed. It's a sundown. Too far. We don't want something. Let's have a New Kingston. It's a Fairway here. Fairway have 2 beds, 37
Oh yeah, that's
million.
just up the road.
Kensington,
the prices are
2 bed, 38 million. 2 bed Kingsway, 39 million.
Oh, I know this. This is just around the road.
This is just around the road. This is Waterloo, guys. So you're getting even closer. This is 42 million for a 2 bed. Westminster.
This is up Waterloo as
This
well.
is up top of Waterloo. 44 million, 2 bed. Washington, 2 bed. 3 bed, Fairway, 48. Kensington, 3 bed, 65 million.
Oxford Road? Is that really saying 70 million?
70 million. Oxford Road is 70 million. Ground floor apartment, centrally located. Okay, 60 days on the market. South Avenue, 83 million. 2 bed. Merrick.
That's just up the road too.
That's just up the road. South Avenue, yes. Merrick, 91 million for a 2 bed. Which part is 20? If you're looking at that one, yeah, man.
I'm trying to figure out where is
14
Merrick. Wait, is it Merrick just around the road?
14.
Merrick Avenue is that slip road between South Avenue and Constant Spring there, so.
You sure?
Yes.
What a pretty building this.
Okay, so these here are the townhouses that your client lives in. And then this is where that was going to be.
Oh my God, look at everything around it, boy. I was one of them people that sell a home.
I know somebody trying to sell a townhouse in here for 70 million.
My God. Serious. This will come when me live, my God. Look how massive. The pool is on the roof, guys.
Not only that, is 2 levels of pool.
14 store. Oh, 2 levels of pool.
It's nice.
So up the higher up, you got more money. Gym. Nice. Residents at Terra Nova.
I thought they were actually hitting down the Terra Nova to do this, but it's actually behind the actual Terra Nova hotel. It's nice.
It's nice. I would live here. It's nice. Wow. Wow.
I wouldn't want to live on a lower floor though.
The bedroom. Wow. It's spacious enough. Come on, guys. So
it's
nice. Jamaica, this is our step up a game.
I'm impressed.
Pool on the roof. I am impressed. No kidding. One of them, yeah, back out to 70 million. I like this. Nice spa, zen. Don't it?
Yeah, it's pretty. I love how they have taken the actual landscape of the place and imposed this digital building onto it.
Nice.
The architect is really good.
Really good.
I also like that they haven't built the complex like right on the walls. They've kind of given them
some
space around it instead of trying to be like underground parking and those things.
Nice. They probably have underground parking because I don't see the parking here. So they probably do have underground parking. I'm gonna be surprised if they have underground parking.
Oh yeah, it does. See there?
Because they don't have enough space. I don't see
there? Underground.
Underground.
Maybe. Yeah, it looks like it. clothes under.
Mm-hmm. Yep, guys.
It's
So
nicer.
NHT no outer walk when them tell you about
Uh,
38 million.
NHT's price is relatively on the lower end for the area.
Yeah, but the lower end is 100 million. Where have I been? Wow. Because I'm not looking at condos really. Oh my god. Check this out. 100
This
million.
one's built already, though.
It built already?
Yeah, this is probably a resale.
This is nice, guys.
But I think when these originally sold, they were like 50 million. So the fact that they reach 100 million now is kind of nice.
Look at the apartment.
This person has their decorating skill is nice.
Mm-hmm. Can we get an interior designer? You're right, it's a resale. You see the cushions look really nice.
It's nice. I like the artwork.
I like the chair. I like the artwork, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Glad you wake up to those views, mom.
Wow. Wow. So guys, this one is South Avenue 20. Oh, it's 20 South. It's a resale.
It's high up to its 9th floor. That's good.
9th floor, 2 bedroom, 3 bathroom, guys. 1,800 square feet. You're gonna pay almost 650,000 US. So you have to go. You have to step up your game if you want to live in a New Kingston. Step up your game. Step up your game, and you got to get with it really fast. Which ones are these? Merrick.
And those are the same ones.
The same ones I was looking at before. Just a different style.
This is probably upper floor.
Upper floor. Okay. Yep. Anybody want one of these? Let me know.
Floor.
This is 10th floor.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want one of these. 703,000 US. Ouch. I am amazed at the prices. And it's soon finished. You can see 20 sold sell off and somebody reselling. When I saw these prices first, I never know them could have sell for that. Let's see that. So everybody, all right, YouTube Live. Tony, and even the last question.
Let me check. What should I look out for in an agreement for sale given by a developer?
When you look for your escalation clause, if there's going to be any, that's really the main thing.
Yeah, for developers, everything else is pretty standard.
And what you're going to lose if you cancel the sale, if you rescind the sale, cancel the sale, are you going to lose your 10% deposit? Do you lose a percentage of it? How much are you going to lose?
Sophia's asking a question. Miss Claudia, when erecting a concrete structure, should the owners ensure that edge of that fence touches the boundary, but most of the width of that fence lies on their land?
All right, so Sophia, when I'm erecting a fence, usually the fence is using 6 inches block, sorry. So 3 inches on your neighbor's side, 3 inches on your side. What I do, I tell my builder, put the 6 inches of concrete wall on my side. So just imagine that the boundary, bring up the survey. Bring me up the survey diagram. Any one of them. Can't remember the same fence one. All right. So just imagine, Sophia, this is the wall you're gonna build. Here. This is the boundary. The wall usually drops right in the middle. 3 inches on that side, 3 inches on your side. What I do, I put the entire 6 inches of wall on my side. That way my neighbor don't talk to me about no fence.
That way it's not even a shared fence.
It's not even a shared
fence.
So you can't talk to me.
They can't talk to you about height. They can't talk to you about painting it. They can't talk to you about anything.
Them just don't talk to me. Why do I do that? Because I don't want them to talk to me. I just want to build my fence.
And usually you build your fence first too.
Yeah, I build first. And if I build my fence 7 feet, and it's supposed to be 4 feet based on what you saw in this title, them don't have any reason to talk to me because I'm not over on their side. Their surveyor can come in and give them a clean survey because this fence is on my side. It's not in the middle.
Right. And sometimes do they want to put like those grill thing on top of the fence that you've already built
Built?
at the height? They
Yeah.
can't talk if they didn't build it.
Yeah, they never build a fence and can't put nothing on the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Some of them want chain link, them want grill work, them want all kind of things.
Which breaches the fence.
Yeah, which breach it. Hell no. No. Don't talk to me. I remember also I built a fence and the man wanted to hitch a gate on my fence. I said no. Build your own column. This fence was on my side.
I know. So
You know,
you need to build your own
Yeah,
column
you need to
put
build
the
your
gate.
own column to put the gate. I mean, come on, don't you have a fence beside you already? You want to come. So, to answer that question, I would suggest if you're going to build first, and also some persons have this thing about, oh, they have to share, help me share the cost for the fence. I share the cost for the fence. I'm saying you don't know if this person can even afford to share the cost. This person might be quite comfortable living in the open with no perimeter fencing. If you feel so strongly that you want to enclose and for more security and those things, then you put up your fence. You put up your fence. I usually put up my fence without asking the neighbors for anything. And I put up, as I said, put the full 6 inches of the wall, of the width of the block on my side. So when the surveyor come and is taking a sight line, this is, and also remember you must leave out the peg so it is visible. Don't make your builder move that peg. Make sure the peg that is in the front and in the back is there when the builder is
It
finished.
saves you so much money later down when you have to repeg.
And do all these things. Make sure it's there. That's one of the reasons why I stay on my side of the wall. Too. All right.
And let's take this last one.
On my side of the boat, my side of the fence, my side of the boundary.
Faye Johnson, Miss Davis, I don't know if you want the headache selling this property in St. James. I am so overwhelmed.
Wait a minute, the little place that overwhelm you. Send us a WhatsApp fee, 2926776. You can send the pictures, tell us where it is, send the title.
And tell us about the
And
property.
tell me something about the property. You're so over the face that you're overwhelmed.
But that's why people hire real estate agents.
Yeah, Faye. We're handling property every day.
I think one of the biggest things that we're not emotionally attached to the property.
No.
So we can see what it is, what its value, and move it accordingly.
I'm not emotionally attached to any place. You know, I make no money, sell. Tony know that about me. And Tony, is it making any money? No, mom, sell.
Or if you have one of those property that you don't visit in 5 years.
Yeah, come on, sell. Or you don't see it's going to progress, meaning the area is not progressing, right? That's why you must buy areas in upcoming new areas like a Draxall and so on. Don't buy properties in old areas that deteriorating.
Sophia wants to know, how do new landowners ensure that their fence are installed correctly as per the surveyor's report?
You have to find the peg, the boundary peg. My tape is in here. Where's my tape? There's a long tape.
I'm not sure. Oh, there it is on the table.
Pass it, let me show her. Sophie, you're going to get intimate with measurements. That's what you have to do. So the first thing you do is you make sure the boundary peg is there. Also, if you are the first person building, ensure that your surveyor survey the one beside you and the one on the other side, the two sides. Because you want to make sure that you're not surveying. What happens in new developments when you buy a land, like if you buy land from a Palmetto estates and so on, nobody build beside you yet. I can tell you, people build on the wrong land.
We've seen it happen.
Yeah, they build on the wrong land. Not only that, they build across your land. So them end up come over upon you, you know. So you have to be vigilant. Once you have bought a property, unless you own the corner lot. When I own a corner lot, I don't worry too much. Very hard for you to come breach a corner lot. You know, you never buy a corner lot.
Yeah, but sometimes they'll breach on one side of the corner.
Yeah, they will breach on one side of the corner. But I love to buy lots with a drain. So them now come over upon the drain. They must stay over for them.
I know some persons don't like lots with drains.
Yeah, me love it though. But during the drain, then them stay over there, so them now come over upon me, right? And me just put my fence on my side.
And when they have drains, so they don't throw the sand and the gravel and the cement and
Yeah,
the land.
also other things. Got them have a breach to drain. So you have to get intimate with measurements, Sophia. This thing, this is a trooper brand, 100 meters. So it goes up to about 300 feet of tape. So your husband, boyfriend, baby father, buy yourself one of these. This is a big one because sometimes I'm doing big lands. But you can buy one that is only 100 feet. You don't have to buy one that's 300 feet. But of course, it depends on the length of your land, right? You use this. You hook it on one side of the peg. This thing. Hook it on one side of the peg. Reel it out. Reel it out. Get to the next side and read it. Now, my tape is in dual measurement. So it comes in feet and it comes in meters. Because I have to work between them. Some surveyors diagrams will come in meters, some will come in feet. If you notice, this one is in meters, but the one we had before was in feet. So you hook it on one side of the peg, and you're going to run it along, go to the next side of the peg, and make sure it measures exactly what is on your survey diagram. If it don't measure exactly what's on your survey diagram, you have the wrong land. It must measure exact. If you don't, because surveying is a precise science.
And you should also don't just look at your survey. Try and get like the site plan for your development,
yeah.
so you can see where other lots and the road is in relation to your lot.
Yeah. So the site plan is something that you can buy from NLA as well. And how you buy the site plan? At the top left hand corner of ours, right? Yes, left hand corner. This number here, DP 7628. This is the deposit plan of the entire area. So when you buy this plan, do we have any DP plan now? When you buy this plan, it shows you all the other houses and everything, right? So it gives you a broad scope as to, so like this is part of the DP plan. So it would show you all the other lots for the measurement and everything for that area. So you can actually check. So you can know, say, all right, a 10 lots supposed to be on the land, on the road here. And you can go back and check and see how much house bill and how much. You can do all of that once you have a DP plan. So we use a DP plan a lot, especially to find some person's property that them buy the plan, the thing from what it fill up and then don't have a clue where it is.
And the neighbors haven't built, so it's not easy to identify.
Yeah, which one is there. So that's what you use. Use your measuring tape and you're gonna measure. I'll answer the question. How do new landowners ensure that their fences are installed correctly as per the surveyor's report?
You're gonna get your DP, you're gonna measure.
Yeah, you're gonna look at the title too to know the height of the building, height of the fence. That's supposed to be based on the title, the height.
And if you're supposed to have any curve on the corners,
like yes, clear.
And which side, if your gates are supposed to swing inwards
or outwards, that kind of thing.
And when you're building, how far back you need to be.
Man, that's key. How far back you need to be. So technically what this is saying, this house can't add on to the front.
Nope, that's it.
That's it. You have to go to the side and you have to go to the back. You can't add on anything on the front because this already up to the neck on the front. Right? All right, everybody. Did you have a last question? Is it true? No. We're down to the end. We're unable to scroll. So I'm living in the UK. House in Vineyard Estate in St. Catherine, and the breach because the gate was open outwards to the road. Oh, so just let them take off the gate. Put it inside the house. Talk about the surveyor. Learned a lot about land title today. Thanks. Only receive pictures of it. Okay. Thanks for the lot of the advice on the fence construction. Good. Question, Claudia. Are these properties that hardworking, honest Jamaican could rent and pay off the mortgage as rent to the owner month by on that place is nice? What's the question, Julie? Question. Are there properties that a hard-working, honest Jamaican could rent and pay off the mortgage as rent to the owner month by month. You're asking me if you could buy a place and pay the owner month by month.
Vendor's mortgage?
Vendor's mortgage. The owner would have to be willing to give you a vendor's mortgage. Usually they're not willing if worse if it's prime property and them can't get the money one time around.
Weren't you thinking of doing something like that?
I did it one time.
No, I thought you were trying to cut up land in the future and give everybody vendors mortgage.
Vendors
and
mortgage
collect rent.
and collect money every month.
Yeah.
But then I was afraid that some of them are going to take the land and don't pay me.
Yeah, but he said honest, hard-working Jamaican.
Well, yes, you could still explore it if you want. I guess you could, Julie, find honest, hardworking Jamaican. Is that last question? Hi, Claudia. Something about when erecting. Yeah, Julie, you're talking about vendor's mortgage. Listen, remember what I tell you about using the word expensive. Expensive is relative to your pocket, right? Somebody looking at it who have the money in their pocket to just buy it. You think it's expensive because you don't have any money in your pocket to buy it. So what you're to do is look for something that you can afford. Buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want. That is the motto. Buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want. So look for a property. Stop looking at expensive property, as you call it. Look at things that you can afford. If you want a pair of shoes and you have $2,000 in your pocket, would you walk into Lee's? I don't think so. You're going to go down a town, go look for your $2,000 shoes. Same thing with real estate, same thing with car, same thing with anything when you buy. You buy based on the money that you have in your pocket. A house is a house is a house.
It's true.
Right? Yes. You don't have to live in New Kingston 37 million 2-bedroom apartment. Right?
It's true.
So a house is a house is a house, everybody. Buy what you can afford.
I know, like I went to get some jeans. I had $15,000 to spend. First, I went to Lee's, I think it was, and one jeans was $13,500 plus.
So why you stepping at Lee's? Because you see your mother stepping at Lee's?
I was like, okay, I can't afford that. So I ended up going to Amar's and got 3 jeans for my $15,000.
For your $15,000, right? Right. No, I buy Lee's. I buy jeans in Lee's because I sell the jeans that I wear, which is the Levi's. That's the only one I wear. So like 15,000 for jeans. But my income is different from Tonia's. And she discovered that she cannot afford to buy one jeans of $15,000. Right. You must go down the road to Amar's, man.
Exactly. My budget is Amar's.
Yeah, your budget is Amar's. Stop walking on these with me. All right, so.
But that's what happened because I go to Lee's with you. I feel like, oh, this is my budget, but it's not. It's not, and that's why sometimes you have to look somewhere else. Even though you see people looking here, you need to go and look somewhere else.
Yeah, so when you follow your friend up and down a look one place, and they must step in the 37 million billion and the 40 million billion, that may not be your market. You're just in that jungle because you go with your friend. Yeah. So when you're ready for shop for the jeans or shop for the house, you have to go in your jungle, your market, and go look for your price and the money when you have in your pocket. Right? So like houses and properties that I could afford on my income, Tony and Rachel can't afford it. They have to settle for them to get NHT $2 house and be happy. True.
Right? One last question. Happy Workers send NWC new supply to property. Can you apply from overseas? Need help? Yes, you can apply directly from NWC's website,
which is nwc.gov.jm. I think something like that. nwc.gov.jm. You're going to need a copy of your title, maybe the letter from the lawyer, your ID and TRN and so on. You can apply from overseas. Same thing with JPS guys. You don't need to give anybody anything for say go apply for you. Just do it online, right?
So somebody here.
I go to supermarket trying to shop like my mother, and end up put back the things.
Exactly.
Exactly. Which is what my daughter Tony and Rachel finding this out. You know, they see me going to some back up money and pay for this, pay for that. And now them are this since them have the bill now, because I say, guys, you handle the food and all utilities. I say, hell, we can't afford this.
But you know they will stop eat fancy stuff now.
Yeah, them stop.
But back out rice and sardine now.
And sardine now and rice and mackerel. Since evening, what you cook since evening? Rice, what the potato?
Macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese. And potato. When I me spend my money on them want shrimp and this and big parrot fish and snapper fish and this.
But you're rolling with the punches though. I'd say that you eat the dinner quite fine.
Yeah. I remember say I grew up on them someday. So we revert back to that is alright. We be plus when I learning a lesson. So eventually you will get to the shrimp back and the lobster and so on. But as long as we're living together, me just have to make little sacrifice to go back to eating that, which is not a problem for me. But you guys have to learn the message by the hands-on, you know, physically going to the supermarket, picking up this item, realize, hell, but this is going to blow my budget. There's no way I can buy this milk for $600. Mom not here to pay for it. I have to put this back down, do without the milk and buy water or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. What was the question? Vendor's mortgage, thanks. I really needed that. Yeah, it's called a vendor's mortgage, Julie. Is it once you have the house built on the land or before? Is it once you have the house? I'm not so sure the question there, Sophie. Which one of the numbers on the title are the square footage of the land? The title don't usually give you the square footage of the land.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes it does, if there's a diagram.
I thought this one was off.
It don't give you. If it have a diagram, it will give you. This one don't have a diagram though.
Is there any other diagram? I don't think so.
No.
Go on this one.
No diagram. None of them. None of these.
How you know this title is 4 pages? 4 pages of just writing.
Yes, don't have a diagram. These are the older titles.
Oh.
The newer titles though. Do I have another diagram? Next week I'll look for one and I'll show you. The newer ones do come with a diagram.
And at the bottom of the diagram, normally says how many perches and roads and
yeah, they do come with a diagram. The newer ones. But remember, this volume and folio. So here how you're going to know now. Who asked me the question? Future. Use this volume and folio. So Tony, remember this. 1201, 782. And you're going to go into NLA for me. You're going to go into NLA, which I already showed you how to use. If you missed the lesson, you can go back to the video. But I'm gonna bring it up. So if you want to know how much is it, you're gonna go into NLA, and you're going to accept. And you're going to go into the search, go to parcel, go to volume and folio, put in the volume and folio, which was...
Remember what it was? I wasn't even thinking.
So one count there. 1,201,782. 1,201,782. Backslash 782. So you want to know how much this one is, how big it is. I'm just going to bring it up for you now. So left corner, here, it tells you the size. So this is in square meters. So it is 69.213. That's it. 69.213. And that is in meters square. You want it in square feet because that is what you understand. You're going to copy it. You're going to take it to Google. Is it still up or you took it down?
Took it down.
You're gonna go to Google and you're gonna type in meter square to square meters. Square meters to square feet. Square meters to square feet. Square meters to square feet. We're gonna copy it in here. And it's 745 square feet. All right.
Oh, Sophie is asked. Oh, so someone answered Sophie's question there. She was asking when could you get water on the land? Is it before or after you build the house?
You can get water on the land anytime.
Yeah, that's what Dennis is explaining to her.
You can get water on it before. Just make sure that you don't get water before you actually occupy the land. Or people go there and use the water and you have to pay the bill.
Dennis is also explaining that you can get water for construction. You'll be charged commercial rates.
Right. So what I do when I'm doing a building, I'll put up the shed or the storeroom first. Then I'll apply. And what you do, you get a water tank, connect it to the supply, fill the tank, turn off the pipe. Don't allow the construction workers to use the water straight from Water Commission. So you control it. So you're going to connect it to it and insist that them only use the water from a drum. Because what they do is that they use the water, them run it, and you run up your bill. Them run up your bill, literally.
We're gonna have to come off soon because we're getting dark.
We're getting dark now.
And the video's gonna be flagged.
All right, guys. We're too dark because we actually lost one of our overhead. What do you call this again? Spotlight. We lost one of our spotlights. The bulb went. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for coming on this evening, and I want you to have a beautiful week. Remember, buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want. All right. Hello, ladies. If someone is earning 1 million, self-employed, why is it so hard to get a house in Jamaica? How can I go about getting a house? Jennifer, are you paying NHT? You asked me the question late, Jennifer. Are you paying NHT?
You have to be paying NHT if you're self-employed and earn $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million is like what, 80,000 a month, something like that. My kids got them NHT when they was earning like 60,000 or 50,000 a month. So why you can't get it? Why you can't get your house? Something you're not doing something right. You say you contribute to NHT, so what you trying to buy? Self-employed. It's not hard. Are you saving your money? Are you looking in the area that you can afford? Them tell you can't get 6.5, Jennifer, right? Are you looking in an area that you can afford? Are you looking all over the globe, but where you can not looking where you can afford?
Because you could have applied for that.
You could have applied for Catherine Estates.
Catherine Estates.
No, maybe she's in the country. Maybe she's not even St. Andrew.
Oh, maybe.
Hi, Lisa. Thanks for coming on. Jennifer, going to account.
Keeping your proper documents.
That's good. Ladies, grateful for you, Star, sharing your experience. Thanks, Jennifer. To balance my books.
Oh, going to the accountant to balance my books. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Maybe so that you can get additional to the NHT.
Okay, yeah. Did I give you the accountant? Mr. Patterson? Was it you who asked me for an accountant?
All right, let's wrap up.
All right, wrapping up now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.
We're so dark. This video is not
gonna play. So we'll shut it down quickly.
Bye.
Bye.